What up, Gears Familia, and welcome back to the Gears Esports Summer Major Fallout here, joined alongside the one and only Ashes and Franchise, once rivals, now joining me alongside on the desk for what has been a momentous occasion, a historic moment. Two LATAM teams guaranteed in the winners bracket finals. Ash, did you ever think we'd see this day, and did you think it'd be in the last Gears Esports Major?
As a North American coach, I'm wondering where my backup is. You know, I stepped down. I'm no longer defending the front of the championship, holding the trophy back from the LATAM fans, and then here we are dropping the ball. Come on. No, I'm excited for the LATAM community. This is looking hopeful, but, you know, we've seen this before. And Fran, you were actually on the other side of it when I think it was one of the players on a straw tweeted out one more map, and then you guys made that reverse sweep happen. So, I mean, talk to us about it in your experience. I mean, does LATAM actually have a hope in this one, or do you think North America is going to come back and shut them down?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of said it earlier. I mean, it's just Saturday, right? You know, you can play as the best Gears of War ever on Saturday, and it does not guarantee a championship. You have to come out on Sunday, and it's not even the first match. It's not the second match. It's really all about grand finals. Can you play your best in grand finals, and can you take it home? Fury 1 looked great just now against Rise, and PK also looked very good against E United. I didn't get to see the Casa de Papel match, and I'm assuming, you know, it was a close match. It was 3-2, so I'm assuming they played pretty well. But I have to see them against PK. A hot PK that just came off a huge win against E United is a very, very scary PK because those guys are so experienced. They've been here before. Yeah. But yeah, it's all about Sunday.
Yeah, and the question is, will PK show up the same way on Sunday? I mean, we've seen this before, same song and dance, whether it's a pool player on Saturday, PK looking really, really good, a big upset. We think this finally might be it. They make it to the winners bracket finals, and then they don't show up on Sunday. So are they going to stay consistent? And the same thing, I like that context for Fury 1. And the reality is, friend, you said it well, they played great. They didn't play perfect. I mean, 3-2 nail-biter matches against these teams, obviously great teams in United and Rise respectively. But with that said, it could have easily been a 3-0 in Rise's favor if 25 points go in favor of Rise in map number 1. Rise dominated map 2, execution, dominated map 3, 5-0 on escalation. So with that said, of course, giving credit where credit's due, but it's certainly a lot of Gears to be played, that is for sure. And let's go ahead and start to introduce our next matchup, though, and shift gears a little bit with the Casa de Papel roster. Fran, talk me through this team.
I mean, the first thing I'm going to look at is Chaos and Adverse. These guys have been here before. You know, they have plenty of experience under them. Chaos has been around, and a lot of people don't know this, but Chaos has been very successful in this game. He was on PK after, you know, retiring for, I think it was like a year. He came back to PK, and they placed second. So the guy is a winner, and hopefully he's been able to help out his younger teammates. Soler and Xavi, you know, up-and-coming players that have the slaying power. And I think I said it earlier this tournament, can they listen to that leadership? Can they listen to Adverse and Chaos and learn from them and actually apply what they're teaching them?
That's a great point. Same kind of makeup of Northern Forces, 2 vets, 2 young guns, hence why they were called Abuelos y sus Nietos in the last event. Meanwhile, on the flip side, we got the nice fresh jerseys, we got the experienced and arguably the God Squad, Pittsburgh Knights fan favorite. It's Raver, Desanide, Identives, and Fiercely, or Desonide, as I used to call him when I was, you know, stupid and ignorant back in the day. Fiercely, arguably top 3 player in LATAM. People used to think him and Monkeys were kind of rivals in that regard. He's been playing really, really well this event. Raver very consistent, and of course the consistent leadership, the experience of Desanide and Identive. So it's going to be a great matchup. Battle of former teammates, obviously Adverse and Chaos, both formerly on this Pittsburgh Knights, or back then it was Splice roster, where they were so close. They tasted a championship, and Ash, you and Optic Gaming in Paris shut down that Cinderella story there, of course.
Yeah, I mean, we can say they were close, but it looked a little bit different from our side of this thing. It looked kind of free. No, but you know, these guys have always been on the cusp, and even Adverse and Chaos in their own right are really phenomenal players, and they know the inner workings of these teammates of the Pittsburgh Knights roster, right? They've teamed with all of them. They know how they think, they know how they operate, they know how they play Gears 5. So if they can take that knowledge and apply it to this matchup, if they can predict what Pittsburgh Knights might throw at them, then there's a good chance for Casa. But, you know, realistically, you've got a veteran roster of PK versus a almost kind of looking like thrown together roster of Casa
Papel. Yeah.
that is, they beat Rebel, which is great, but was it a fluke? Was Rebel not playing well? I'm just not sold yet on this Casa de Papel roster, and I'm sure Chaos is going to tweet about me saying that, but I'm ready to be impressed.
Yeah. Well, I think I'll have to all agree with that, especially given the fact that PK was able to take down a United, a team that I think a lot of us thought was going to win this event. Still might win this event. You never know. But hey, let's jump into the map picks and bans. Starting with the bans here. Franchise, walk us through the bans and how they went down.
We got, PK banning Reactor. We got Casa banning Regency, a Canal ban from Casa, which I don't agree with that just because, I actually played PK recently with the pickup team in the E-Days, I think it was like the last E-Days of the split. And I felt like PK, although I know they're playing a pickup team, they start messing around, I still felt like they were a little bit weaker on that map. And I know they won it against United. It's not about that. It's just about, I feel like it's one of those maps, anyone can take it. Anyone can take it, and if I'm Casa de Papel, I would play that map against them. So I'm surprised by that. But aside from that, I like the picks. Or I'm sorry, I like the ban so far.
On the flip side, map picks and series overview. Ashes.
Yeah, so we're going to start off with a Spire pick by the Pittsburgh Knights, which I think is a pretty solid pick for them. They looked phenomenal on that map earlier. They were making that comeback. Unfortunately, fell a little bit short to E United, but still, the ability for them to come back after being down by so much, to me, is a major win for them. That's going to build confidence. Then we move on to Tomb Execution, which is a little bit of a surprising pick for me by Casa. It's not a map that they've played too much. I'm assuming that they're just taking over the confidence that they have from playing KCP on it earlier in the Pro League. They did do well on it in that series, but then we go to Training Grounds, Escalation. I always like to say Training Grounds is one of the LATAM favorites for Escalation, and Fran can probably confirm that from his days of playing. They always pick that map. I expect that map to be a bloodbath, but I think it's a solid pick for PK. District Control, another map that PK is pretty solid at, so I'm surprised that Casa wanted to go for this one, but maybe they have a strat they haven't pulled out. And if we needed a Farah execution tiebreaker, I don't think we'll see that map, but it's there if needed.
All right, so you're saying it ends before 5. Let's go ahead and jump right into predictions and hear your overall predictions and who wins it before 5. Ash, starting with you. Who do you think is going to take it and why?
I have to give it to PK. I just haven't been sold on a consistency yet from this Casa de Papel roster. I haven't seen them perform to what they probably could be able to do. I haven't seen that on a consistent level. I haven't seen it in every single matchup. I think when they start to face adversity, this is a problem a lot of new teams have. They start to crumble. That communication, that solid trust and teamwork isn't there to fall back on, to rely on. You don't have those extra reps in practice. So even though they have a Pro League split under their belt, I don't think they're going to have the same experience when things get tough that a Pittsburgh Knights will have. I got to give it to the Pittsburgh Knights.
All right, Ashes takes PK. I'm going to agree with him. I'm saying PK wins this 3-1. I'll give Casa de Papel a respectful map. But hey, you never know. I could be surprised. Franchise, last but not least, which route are you going?
Well, I'll say this. I mean, Casa, I feel like do have some wrinkles there. I did hear they had some weird strats on some of these maps. I didn't get to see them for myself, but because I heard that and because of the breakdown that Ashes gave us on some of these map picks, it doesn't really make sense on paper, but maybe they have something up their sleeves that, these teams haven't seen. And that's, to me, is something that's coming from Chaos, coming from a guy that played Execution very early on in Gears 1. So maybe that's why they're picking these maps. I'm still going to take PK just because, they're on fire. They know that they beat a good team in E United. They know like how they need to play in order to get into that grand finals. And I just feel like Casa Papel is just not on their level just yet.
PK across the board. We went Rise across the board against Fury 1, and we were proven wrong by the underdog. We'll see if it can happen again as we get ready to welcome our casters on screen with us here in a moment. And then Franchise, I know you are a fan of a team that pulls some trick strats out of the bag. And if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Chaos from Meltdown, Puerto Rican sensation from back in Gears 1 and Gears 2. But we're going to welcome Colin and Reflections, a man that knows nothing about Gears 1 and Gears 2, to this scene.
Okay, that's actually not wrong. I legitimately, that's fine. I thought he was going to say knows nothing about Gears, but I kind of do a little bit. But yeah, no, they're gone already? I can't even... That's fine. Look, check, first and foremost, no weapons of mass destruction, aka breadsticks. I just had to make sure. Well, you still got a bag of Skittles, but I ate most of them, so it's nearly empty.
It was light.
Hey, it's nearly empty. Check it out. We're loading into map number 1. We're going to district. This is an important moment. For the first time, we're going to Spire. That's a shoddy lobby on my program screen. Don't worry about that. Check it out. For the first time in Gears history, we have an all Latin American winners finals. And more importantly, we are guaranteed. And I know this hurts you being.
Why does it hurt me?
But,
I don't give a damn.
We have for the first time an all winners Latin American winners finals and guaranteed spot for a Latin American team in grand finals with a 1-0 map lead. It's actually spectacular, Colin.
It's what happens when Rise goes back to their kryptonite, man. They go back to a LAN center. They get on LAN. Next thing you know, they're losing matches they probably shouldn't lose normally. So that's what happens. You got to get off of LAN if you're Rise. You got to go back home, get into the comfort of your own bedroom, feel a little bit better about yourselves. If you're the Pittsburgh Knights, you got to make sure you just keep flexing on teams. You got to do every opportunity you get. Get up next to somebody, give them the old flex, and then a one-shot pump, baby. It's easy.
All right, fair enough, dude. Hey, look, Colin, it has been fun, though, and it's actually spectacular if everyone moves forward. Super proud of them. That was a tremendous victory. Big Tody. You know, I've been a fan of him for quite some time. The fact that his roster is
it's weird. You're his
really
best friend.
Yes.
You're his best friend. I'm like his love interest. It's like a weird triangle we got going on. Tody knows how much I love him, and it's funny that everybody thinks that I don't love him. But my God, do we I dare you to ask Tody how much we love each other. If you want to know how much everybody loves Gears, esports, and Gears of War in general, check out one of our favorite Gears Legacy pieces.
Hay bastante historia que se ha desarrollado en la escena y sobre todo aquí en Latinoamérica.
Jugar en México es una experiencia increíble, algo que no tiene palabra. La gente tan apasionada que apoya el juego de Gears.
Jugar ahí, que toda la gente te está alentando, te das cuenta que en verdad sí hay mucha gente que ya le apasiona igual que a ti, lo que a ti te gusta hacer, lo que es Gears. La verdad es que se siente muy padre, es un sentimiento único que solamente se vive aquí en México.
Creo que de los 4 eventos en México, el favorito fue el primer evento 100%, porque pues el primero cuando fuimos con Spire era el momento donde los esports estaban como despegando, y ver un evento y jugar pues algo donde estuvieran involucrados casi todo el mundo y todos en una misma competencia, más gente apoyándonos, haciéndonos sentir obviamente, o sea, leyendas, pues sí te da como que un plus.
Imagínense estar enfrente de muchas personas y que llegan a corear tu nombre, al equipo y el apoyo incondicional que nos están dando hasta que demos todo por todo. Es increíble, neta, no hay palabras para esa sensación.
Mi momento favorito de Gears en todos los eventos que he jugado, la partida que tuvimos contra Era en Gears 4, World Best versus Era. Siento que fue una experiencia bastante única en ese aspecto, el sentir el apoyo de mucha gente atrás de nosotros. Creo que fue bastante emotivo en ese momento. Fue algo donde los esports me dejaron entender que realmente esto es no solo jugar, es una pasión por verlo, por sentirlo.
Mi favorito momento en Gears Esports tiene que ser esa vez en México, en el evento de México, en ese tiempo cuando jugamos los finales contra Ghost Gaming, y fue cuando puse la Ensign plantado en el lado de E. Básicamente ya estábamos en la última ronda del segundo mapa y sabía que Explosive iba a tener a todos los jugadores de Ghost Gaming saliendo a su home. Yo también pensaba que iban a salir para E, en ese momento me puse la Ensign plantado en el lado de E, en una P por si en caso que alguien salía para allá. Y me acuerdo todavía que llegó Rushes, pero sabía que si lo mataba con la Ensign plantada que tenía, no iba a llegar.
This is basically for the game right here. He wins it. Really back there in time.
Y escuchaba a toda la gente gritando en ese momento y pues básicamente ganamos. 100% tiene que ser mi momento favorito de Gears Esports.
That's redemption for the green wall. Unbelievable from Summers.
Mi momento favorito en Gears Esports, sin duda alguna, va a ser aquella final que tuvimos en Ciudad de México. Nos fue muy mal, pero cómo nos hicieron soñar, muchísimas esperanzas que vivíamos todos los latinoamericanos. Yo creo que ese recinto estaba a tope de gama. No se logra la copa, pero ver toda la fe, toda la esperanza, toda la fanaticada, gente que no conocía mucho de la disciplina de Gears 5, allí estaba apoyando. Y nosotros, al tener esa pasión también, los micrófonos, creo que fue algo que, si bien no se logró, como comento, la copa, pues se queda un gran momento, y que sabemos que la esperanza siempre muere al último.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Gears Summer Major. I'm Taylor Reflections Noble, joined by Colin the Crow Clark, and we are about to hop into our map number 1, Spire, between two great teams, Pittsburgh Knights, Casa de Papel. I gotta be completely honest, brother. I never expected this matchup to be taking place. Casa de Papel have truly gone the distance, and I gotta say that's truly spectacular.
Look, Pittsburgh Knights, I kind of expected to be here. They're usually one of the top teams in the entire league. They're used to beating people up and finding themselves late on a Saturday in winners semifinals. Casa de Papel, though, the house of paper has not folded. It's not caught fire. They have found a way to get themselves into winners semis, but they go up against a tall task, a tall glass. Somebody looking to kick their, hey now, boy, it's on Spire. I hope they roll out of spawn ready to go, because this is going to be one hell of a matchup.
Absolutely. Pittsburgh Knights, they took a tumble when they played against D United earlier, but they started coming back, and Ash just made that point, and I gotta say, for me, that makes them look incredibly strong on this map, because even if they do fall behind, they can find a way to come back. One good thing that we did start seeing is their setups. More importantly, though, the team fire started rocking, and oftentimes you have to lock in Chapel Steps, whether you're fighting for the drop shot hill, the one on the left, the one on the right. Chapel Steps plays a critical role in this map. And speaking of Chapel, that's where we're heading to, Colin. Let's get the initial underway here and see who moves forward to winners finals.
3v2, a little bit of a different advantage here to the front side of the stairwell for the Pittsburgh Knights. That's going to be Chavi. We know who you're picking in this matchup, because that man is under all assailants from the front line of offense from the Pittsburgh Knights, coming in on the 6 and the flank and the 6 o'clock. They're getting the meat shield. They're getting downs. They're getting kills. Vamos, Pittsburgh Knights. They come with a ton of energy and a ton of momentum early. Soler doing everything he can to back it out, and when in doubt, you're hoping to find somebody with a big old chunk over that windowsill.
Fiercely, Chavi are going to be on the Chapel Hill. Meanwhile, the drop shot finally secured in Pittsburgh Knights' hands. For a little bit of time, they will have to back off the hill. My boy Chavi, though, is going to be chilling it, well, at least for a little bit, before the cavalry does roll through. Matter of fact, things just got a little bit more difficult. Colin Dezo's on the flank. Chavi falls, and Pittsburgh Knights up to a wonderful start.
Hey, look, I'll tell you right now, this map has got a lot, this matchup has got a lot of different layers to it. We've talked about the history, the lineage, the legacy that both of these teams and a ton of these players have late on a Saturday in a Gears Esports tournament. But take a look at this. Chaos, just a split and a half ago, found himself sitting alongside of Dezenide and Raver and the likes of the Pittsburgh Knights. Now he is over on this paper house squad, trying to show them they made a big old mistake. Sure would like to see Dezenide's picture next to that man's beautiful face, though. That'd be real easy to see if you know either of those gentlemen.
Well, Identa's nearly a blunder, almost takes himself out, maybe even a teammate, but hey, Dezo Identa still shoulder to shoulder, brother to brother. I know they're feeling solid, they're feeling good, and I love that you brought the storyline of Chaos, because that's something, I gotta be honest, I haven't really
he still got the jersey on.
Well, you know, hey, he's still repping PK, even if he's on Casa de Papel. You can't blame the man. That's when they got the highest placement, or one of the higher placements of second place, no, third place, I do believe it was, several majors ago. But Casa de Papel, they've got to step it up, Colin. This lead is getting a little bit out of hand. It's still very doable for Casa de Papel to come back. The next hill is going to be a corner hill, a money hill, if you will. So in 30 or so seconds, I want to see Casa set up early on and then get the defense in.
Third down and out there. Raver gets that kill over the top. Now downs out Chaos, and with 20 seconds to go, he can get himself about 10 more seconds, 10 more points before he starts rotating over. Curious to see if they're going to go through the top sanctuary where they've got Chavi locked between a rock and a hard place. He's going to try to skedaddle like his name was Fraddle. He's going to go downtown Julie Brown, get taken out on a set of stairs, though, but it's going to be Solaire just trying to eye up the competition, trying to level it up. Who's in the hill? Who's not? We got 3 already set up. One's going to be lagging in behind. Dezo's going to go to that wishing well, a little bit of a circular garden there, if you will, and he's going to be chased out. Drop shot from Adverse. Won't find anybody. Dezo, Raver both finding the kill. Chavi with a down onto Dezo finally, and that will upset the established order. But are they going to go for the pinch here? Are they going to bait him out into the fight against Raver? Raver playing to perfection, playing back, playing slow, makes those kills go, and now they continue to stagger out the house of paper.
Raver was a huge proponent in that collapse. Pittsburgh Knights played it perfectly. Raver was on the flank. I think he started with player 4 of Adverse, and then he ultimately worked his way in. Identives then finished off the other. They kited the players quite well. And Raver's going to pick up yet another, hiding in the shadows, taking out Solaire. And now he can focus attention on, well, really the plethora of players in front of him. Dezo, though, as we do see him, he's going to be up there playing in conjunction with Identives on the hill itself. It is going to be Dezo picking up 2. Pittsburgh Knights can literally do no wrong, and you can see that hesitation. Dezo wanted to show love, but he's like, job's not done yet. Let me just hold back a little bit longer.
Des and I doing a fantastic job getting a couple of kills, getting the help as well, holding onto this hill for quite some time out of those 70 seconds or so, all the way up to 1:45 to 15 and count. That's a 130-point differential. That's 2 full hills you're looking at that they're going to have to hold on to. The smoke comes out. Raver's looking to get shots through the smoke, looking for a marker and aim. Dezo's going to get taken out in the up A from Adverse. Adverse going to challenge out back against Raver. Ton of damage from the Lancer. Raver gets to the backside of that fan. Hasn't hit a shot yet on Adverse. Might want to check to see if the barrels on his Nasher are crooked or not, but they're going to get that kill finally. There is the first nade thrown out. Chaos gets down on Identity as well, but Dezo, he's got the drop shot. Play safely, play for your life, play for your health. You got a power weapon. Hey! Oh my goodness, my man said, not today.
Hey,
oh, wait.
I gotta say it like it is. First time Casa Papel are actually showing life. Like the first time they definitively have control of a hill. And it's about time. It took a long time, but hey, a start is better than not starting, okay? I know that was really impactful and totally philosophical, but listen here, though. Remember, again, I referenced Pittsburgh Knights versus E United. It took PK a long time to get the engine going, but once they did, they came back and ended up bringing it 300 to 287. So for Casa Papel, I'm not going to count them down and out until it's completely over, but I love this angle from Fiercely. There's one, there's not the second. Casa Papel holding on, I like it.
That's a good hold 2-3 times in a row. They fended off multiple players from the Pittsburgh Knights. It was an incredible play by them to continue to get these kills. The next hill is going to rotate over to where Casa Papel is already starting to set up here in the bottom left-hand corner of that mini-map. And you can see what Chaos is doing. He's playing back toward the close respawn. They're going to give up the trash time over to the Pittsburgh Knights, but they got to be careful not to get snuck here. Raver's going to get called out, and that leaves open a big hole for Chaos to expose. All he has got to do is maybe try to find a kill or two, but he's going to rotate out into the spawn area. He's not going to give him a chance to chase it out.
Fiercely, staying where he's at. His presence is known. He doesn't necessarily need to commit for his presence to have an impact, at least in the mentality of Casa Papel. Dezo's going to rotate up with Identitas. A bit of a misroll from Chavi's going to be the end of him. And now you have a lot of angles. PK is able to attack, but Solaire holding it down on the chapel steps. You love to see it. And again, Casa Papel showing life on their second hill. It's not over until it's completely done with. Casa Papel has shown the composure is real multiple times throughout Pro League Split 4. And Colin, this is a good representation of it.
A little bit of a wide respawn there for the Pittsburgh Knights. They got to be quick to the trigger to get back to one another. 2 players inside of the hill. One's going to challenge up toward the chapel. Raver's full red, but he hits the wrap there on the Chaos, getting it down. And now the shot on the Chavi. Chavi pulls the Nasher. Is not going to be able to return enough fire. Damage advantage is Identives. He'll play the top side of the stairs. Tries to bounce wide. Goes to the backslide. Won't be able to get it, but somehow, someway, Casa Papel still holds on to the hill. and that lead has been cut from 130 all the way down to 80. They've gathered up about a 50-point differential, trying to challenge up on a Fiercely. That's going to be Chaos yet again, letting his life go to the wayside. Adverse gets killed as well on the close respawn. Money Hill indeed will be the next one. This could be a big one as well if the Pittsburgh Knights get over that 200-point marker.
Without question, this is one of those hills you really can't contest it. You just have to break it. It's do or die, and Pittsburgh Knights set up early on is a bit troublesome for Casa de Papel, but they've got to give it a good go. They have to give it an attempt. And, well, drop shot's not up for 50 or so seconds, so that's not going to be any consolation. Nades as well, not going to be in anybody's hands, so it's kind of, you just got to push in. You got to make it happen. Chapel Step still important, and it's going to be fought for. Dezo, though, makes a bit of a whip. Chavi will eat him alive, and it looks as if Casa de Papel actually get the break in. We might not have a lead change, but I tell you what, Colin, we're going to be within 20 points soon.
We're going to be damn close. As a matter of fact, we look at this 117 to 189, pushing back into the hill. I think Solaire's priority has to be playing down toward the drop shot. 20 seconds on both that and the fragmentation grenades. And Taylor, this is going to be an interesting situation because what I see happening in front of me is Raver's going to try to pressure out to keep Casa de Papel away from the power weapons. And Pittsburgh Knights, they're continuing to sacrifice time in an attempt to maybe have and hold down the power weapon spawn. Raver tries to get the shot over the top, won't be able to get the first one. Gets the second, though. Here comes Chavi. Chavi from the right-hand side, hops the cover. Will drop with the single shot for the chunk there by Raver. Will get at least one kill. The hop over mantle kick gets another. Snubfire out. They're in the hill as well. Beautiful Snubfire from Fiercely, the first overall pick for Team Taylor. Reflections Noble doing everything he can to solidify that pick and that procedure.
Well, finally, Pittsburgh Knights will break 200 points, Colin, and good for them and good on them for doing so. But I gotta say, I am impressed with Casa de Papel coming back, showing perseverance, and I love it. I really do. And this next hill, well, it's going to be an impactful one just like the others, but we're going back to P1, back to where we started. This time, things are a little bit different. It's not just a headbutt fight like it was before. Chaos is going to change that. He has the drop shot, but he's got to use it correctly. He swings it a little bit wide, sends it on the ground. It doesn't pick up anybody. A bit of a whiff. Raver also on the flank. This is terrible for Casa de Papel. Raver's going in for the finishes, and I said it was terrible, but luckily they ended up finishing off the left-handed players, but Raver still continues to fight. Raver's got Chavi on the run. Raver will fall, but what an effort.
Incredible effort by Raver with a Lancer to help get that first down, solidify that next kill. Then the double shot off the left hand, getting the extra down, and then finishing that off. The little misroll might have saved that player's life, getting far enough away from Raver, giving him the chance to stay alive. We see the reset on the hills right now. 45 seconds to go. This is 170 to 203. This is a lead change possibility if they were to stay here for the entire 40 seconds, but you can already see Raver deciding to play off. They're going to play in toward the next hill. Pittsburgh Knights, they've got to be a little bit better in the defensive stance situation. They got to be able to call out where that next rotation from the Casa de Papel players is going. Raver at the close respawn, lancering out as much as he can. I believe inside of the spawn is going to be Fiercely trying to check up against Solaire, man on man, to the back side of the hill. He's going to have a little teammate action, though. It's going to be Adverse. They're going to try to challenge him. They're going to check him out here. Love this. This is basically like hand fight between a good cornerback and a wide receiver, just trying to gain the advantage, trying to gain the geographical positioning.
Utility out, Fiercely with a bit of a bait and switch with him and Identives. Identives at the forward position, still stagnated. Both of them trying dearly, and I say both as in both teams trying dearly to just win this position over, but neither one refusing to budge, and it comes to show how tense the competition really is. I mean, we are within 2 points of a massive lead change, but we won't get there. 206, and you said watch your 6. We do have a bit of a flake. Chaos is there, but I think PK might be onto it. Well, they are for sure now. Chaos had his chance for a sneak attack, but it goes to the wayside. Fiercely, he should just leave him. Chaos, he's got the contested, though. Adverse is down. Pittsburgh Knights have control, but how much control, Colin?
I like this from Chaos. He's actually neutralizing the hill from right there in front of that van. He's done a fantastic job to put the pressure out. The drop shot gets some damage. Chaos is full red. He's going to go down to that next shot. Cleaned up there by Raver as well. 220 to 201. This is a lot closer than it looked from the early goings. Pittsburgh Knights, they got to realize this is not just your own paper house. The people that have folded before you time and time again, they are in a winner's semis for a god-dang reason. They are here to make some noise, and if they have anything to say about it, they're going to make damn sure you hear every bit of that noise.
So 35 seconds on the hill. Player 7 Identives, he's chilling there. He can just get every single point, even if he wanted to, rather. He can just rotate off. This corner hill is going to be impactful, but it's going to be a 3v3. Good news for PK. They spotted Chaos on the flank. They take him down, and that could have been a troublesome player to deal with if he wasn't spotted. So job got a little bit easier, but Chaos does get close spawn. He's now going to be with his roster, and it's going to be a 4v4. Notice, drop shot up top, nades on bottom, but that's a lot of time to sit there and wait. So it's not going to be time Pittsburgh Knights can afford to wait for. They've got to try and make a break. They've got to push up. And at this point, Hill's going to be up in about 10 seconds.
You want a little clearance right here. You're looking for a kill or two. You're looking for the chance to get into this hill, put a little bit of pressure on your opponents, try to make their life a little bit harder, and then maybe play back toward those power weapons. But Fiercely here going down opens up the world of opportunity for Casa de Papel. They get that kill. That's an easy pick on the fragmentation grenades. They can leave one player there in the sanctuary, lancering down toward the hill because you know that the Pittsburgh Knights are going to not push back against you in this position. Chavi up top has been marked. I believe he hears Raver. Raver's going to try to challenge him. A big body yet again from Chavi. I love the 1v1 ability of Chavi at this moment. He is keeping Raver in check. He's going to get tagged up, and he's going to be pushing all the way down to the hill. 2:30 and counting, just getting closer and closer. First nade comes out, drop shot missed. Dezenide has to be better in these situations. Raver doing everything he can. Now Chavi's going to be hit. He's going to go for the up A. That's going to be a beautiful little reset on his shot. Now Raver finds one. Raver needs to find two. He can't find it just yet. He's just seeing blue. He's going to go on downtown, and that's going to be another kill for the Casa de Papel forces.
And Identives, he's going to be rotating in by himself, but he just wants to keep this hill contested as long as possible. He does not want that lead change to occur. But Casa de Papel, they've got Destiny in their hands. A bit of a sloppy fight for Chaos, but luckily him and Solaire will lock it in. 19 seconds remain, and it's going to be about 250 to 256. Make that 249, 256. Fair enough. You got to get over to the next hill. Spire is a big map. You can't afford to stay stagnant for too long. Chavi sneaking up. Player just off to the right. Utility was out, but Chavi, he's got a bit of a different game plan. He's going to back away himself. Pittsburgh Knights, though, holding on dearly to that top side. But, you know, obviously, we got to go over to where the drop shot is at. And not for the drop shot per se, but the next hill. And this is a tough hill to lock in for its full time.
That's going to be a flash grenade to the backside of that window. They're going to knock one player out of that position. He's going to continue to rotate out. Nobody down just yet. Identive's challenging out to the top of the stairs, trying to bounce around, trying to stay alive. Dezenide's going to be right in front of him. Goes for the quick rebound. Identives! That's a big misstep. That team kill puts him in a 4v2 situation. 29 seconds to go. Lancer Fire gets one down. Fiercely tries to play up. One more shot gets the kill onto Chaos, but the other player alive, and that hill is going to be Adverse. They clean up the meat shield. And they are inside of the hill now. 20-second differential. Plenty of time for them to get the respawns up and get the respawns back engaged into a big team fight, as there is still plenty of time for them to win this map with this hill time left. They only need 28 seconds.
Chavi's going to pick up the nades. He had them before, but he died calling. I'm looking at player 4 just kind of by himself with his own devices. I like this off angle from Fiercely. Nade thrown out. Second one also gone. Doesn't pick up anybody. One is going to die. Good on Chavi. Now it's up to Adverse and Solaire. They do it. One more player to take, and that's going to be one as Fiercely. He will fall. And Colin, we finally have our first official lead change at the most critical moment.
18 more seconds gets you into the 290 area. You see what the Pittsburgh Knights have done. They have rotated off of that hill into the position 4P5. They want to be in the right spot. Drop shot out toward Dezenide. Doesn't find the kill. 2v2 on one side, and a couple of 1v1s in the middle of the map, trying to return fire. Adverse, third down and out on him. He's going to go down. Solaire at that side of the map is also going to be challenged up. The Chavi's down, but Dezo gets answered back against by Solaire at the bottom side of the map. That's going to be Raver trying to engage the 1v1. Solaire full red behind the mailbox, gets the down with a snub. Now he's going to pull out the Nasher, continuing to try to add damage, but 15 seconds to go. Pittsburgh Knights still controlling the middle of the street. It's going to be one player flying. One player trying to get the revive. Three players in for the Wolfpack. They're playing into it. It is 288. 10 seconds to go. The more Identive stays alive, the better it is for his squad. But Dezo realizes he doesn't have the strength in numbers. He doesn't have the strength in
Doesn't matter. You got to go.
You got to go. 298 to 299. The 288 is still there, but the 299, 1 more second is in. 1 more second is through. Casa de Papel. They finish off map 1 in a comeback fashion, and the Pittsburgh Knights are already reeling.
Wow. Colin, wow is the only way to describe that. Xavi, phenomenal numbers, damage done 21,000, and I can't believe it. Look, we had, 12 and a half minutes, something like that. Let's just call it 12 and a half minutes for 11 and a half minutes, like probably 11 and a half, a little bit less, but regardless, that's how long PK was leading. It wasn't until the very last hill and a half, the very last minute and a half, is when Casa de Papel finally took over the lead and closed out that map. Pittsburgh Knights were leading for 99% of Spire up until that 1% where Casa de Papel took the victory.
Hey, look, I'll break it down like a shotgun for you. Something that Pittsburgh Knights did not do half as well as Casa de Papel in this map, and you're going to see it in the latter half of these highlights. Early on, Casa de Papel, they're very spread out. They're not giving them a lot of opportunity to get these fights. Look at this. You see how players are too far away from each other. He misrolls into the possible revive. Now Adverse is going to have to go in for a revive late into an engagement. Wait till you see the second half highlights from this matchup. When you get to the second half of this matchup, you're going to see players left, right, and center for Casa de Papel playing as a wolf pack, playing as a singular unit, man on man. This might have been the best play of the map here by Raver to stay alive as long as he did, to be able to find 2 out of these 3 kills. But nonetheless, it started off with that wolf pack. It finishes with Casa de Papel standing tall. That next highlight you see might very well be another wolf pack play by Casa de Papel. That neutralization spot at the front of that van is unbelievably good for anybody. And there it is. He misses that first shot, but my God, I just love the grit and the grind out of this squadron. They didn't give up in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Soler keeping 2 players here in the middle of the street, by the way, wins you the map. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, Soler, I mean, such a consistent player, so good, a Swiss Army knife, if you will. He can slay out, but he can also make high IQ plays, and that was one of them. He knew his job. Just keep him distracted as long as possible, and he did exactly that. Hell of a victory from Casa de Papel, and in my opinion, they're going from strength to strength. Now as they move into Tomb Execution, when I was casting a little bit earlier with Blaze, we had a chance to, kind of peek in on Casa de Papel and Rebel competing against each other. And Casa de Papel was on Tomb Execution, and they were up 5-2. They ultimately ended up winning it 6-2, Colin. So they're great on Tomb. Rebel's a different animal, right? Pittsburgh Knights are obvious. I would say probably better, consistently better, even though they got 3rd place in the standings. But I digress. Regardless, though, when it comes to Casa de Papel, Tomb is a great map for them. There is a real chance they go up 2-0 shortly.
There is a big chance they go up 2-0 shortly. Casa de Papel has always kind of been a stronger execution team than a control team. We haven't really been able to talk a lot about their control because they struggle with it. They have their inconsistencies. Right. But they go into this next map. They go in with a lot of confidence because they just came back against one of the best teams on Spire, one of the best control teams in general in the Pittsburgh Knights, and put them in the dirt. It was a 12-second differential, mind you. It was 288 to 300, but it was 288 to, I think, 230 at one point. So you had a 50-point margin, and then you lose by 12. I mean, come on, brother. You got to think about the mathematics behind that. I'm not going to be able to do it as quick as I can as a hiccup, but I'll tell you right now, that is going to give Casa de Papel a ton of confidence going into this next match. All they got to do is avoid the headbutt fight. Avoid that positioning. We're coming into a map, a number 4, I believe here, 295 to 210. Oh, this is the end of map 1. Never mind. I thought it might have been the map 4, but this is United fighting for their life against Rebel. And it took 16 whole minutes. My boys were trying to make it to like a 22-minute episode of a favorite anime on that one, but they still come away with a map 1 victory. It's on twitch.tv/UMG Charlie.
Yep, that's what it is, baby. And you mentioned
Give me that Sharpie. Give me that Sharpie over there.
Sharpie, don't write on me, okay?
I'm not writing on you. I'm not writing on you. Hold on.
Favorite anime, by the way, for me, Rugrats all the way. Rugrats is just one of the most S-tier animes that ever belongs or ever is out there. You show that they can definitely be perceived differently.
E-United. E-United.
Okay.
It's a hat.
God, Colin.
Get the dub, baby! Get this work! Get this money, baby!
Your pullback on the throw nearly hit me in the forehead.
I'm sorry. Hey, you're lucky it's not a real hat, and you're lucky the laptop's still out there in the studio green room.
Are we committing to breaking the laptop like you said, or is it still?
I didn't commit to breaking the laptop.
Hey,
I committed. There's a chance that thing is going to get thrown. There's a chance that sucker's going to be like a field goal about 20, 30 yards out there like an extra point, baby.
20, 30 yards like an extra point, baby. Look.
Hey, hold on. It got pulled back. You better not bring it back to us because I
thought we got a controller for you now. You don't even have to throw anything. You want to start the game? Press the button.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Unless you don't throw the controller though. Don't.
It's the Elite. It's an Elite Series. Is this an Elite Series 1?
Yes.
Yo, these things are like gold. Yo, get this out of my hands right now. I would pay top dollar for this. Series 1, the superior controller.
Okay. Well, hey, yeah. But eSwap X Pro controller is actually
the most superior. It's the most superior controller.
In every single way, Colin. In every single way. Okay,
got good memories with that.
Hey, look, eSwap X, baby, do it. And they got the mod kits too. And
the mod kits are what put it over the edge.
The mod kits
put
are
it over
incredible.
the edge.
We've got actually a couple mod kits here that I'm gonna have to pick up myself. But hey, check it out, baby. Tomb Execution, map number 2. What, in your opinion, makes the team of Casa de Papel so good on this map?
Look, I'm not trying to hide nothing over here. What makes Casa de Papel one of the best teams in execution is they have a very basic genetic identity. They've got 2 upfront slayers. They've got 2 guys that are incredible at support. So you know what you're going to have to deal with on the front line. It's how they deal with the strategy around those 2 backline players. Are they going to overload a side? Are they going to go straight up 2v2? Are they going to give themselves an opportunity to allow those slayers to really shine? You don't know, and that's what has gotten Casa de Papel to this position at this point in this tournament. They have thrown out some strategies that a lot of teams aren't used to. I mean, they took the strat book, they balled it up, they threw it out the window. They said, get it out of here, baby.
I nearly took that from your hands too, like a couple of seconds ago. But now the moment's gone. I can't do it. It's already over there, and I don't have permission to go and grab it.
I give you permission. Go on.
Let's talk about how crazy this is, though.
Go on, get.
Stop. Let's talk about. You want me here? I know you do. Let's talk about how crazy this is, right? Rise, United, and losers, right? Rebel, and losers, and a potential. Not to get ahead of myself, and I'm just throwing out
getting ahead of himself. Look, here is Taylor now. This is where Taylor's talking. He's just ahead of himself.
Pittsburgh Knights potentially also in losers bracket, leaving only Fury 1 and Casa de Papel. At the beginning, I tell you what, if you predicted that, and if you like the lottery, maybe it's a good time to go, buy yourself a ticket.
We don't endorse gambling,
not saying
ladies
that,
and gentlemen.
I'm just saying maybe you're as lucky as can be. I mean, Fury 1 being where they are, honestly, isn't the biggest surprise given the fact that they were the biggest dark horse team. Right.
It's not a surprise at all. Look, you got Big Tory at the helm, man. You're going to be able to do whatever you want. Big Tody's going to do his damnedest to make every team he's on better. Think about this. Who the hell was Fearsley before he linked up with Tody? Was he getting second places? Was that man out there putting people on bricks? Who was Exploits before he linked up with Big Tody? Was he getting runners up?
Mm-hmm.
No, he won't.
Okay. No, he won't? No,
he won't.
Okay, so
Big Tody will take you to the promised land. He'll take you to heaven. He'll rise you up.
Hallelujah, man. Hey, hallelujah, okay? Hey, let's check it out. We got TQ.
Oh, wait. Hey, wait a minute.
Wait, what's the series score for this? Because now Pioneers up 1-0. That does make sense, but Team Queso have put up tremendous fights through and through, and they made it pretty deep in summons. Hey, way to take control, baby.
Early Lancer damage goes with the up A. Handles going to pick up the long shot. Sleeper hits Zysho with an incendiary. Cells is going to go down as well. Now pushing into that next lane is Handles. 3v1, nade goes off. Handles is still alive somehow, some way. Full red now down. A frag is going to land at his feet, take him out. No chance for some love to be given. 2-2, all tied up here in map number 2, Kansas City Pioneers. They are fighting for their tournament life, ladies and gentlemen. That is not a place they are used to being. I mean, Handles and Cells, they basically ran this circuit. They ran this town. They were the kingpins. They were the big bad villain at the end of the game. And now, I mean, they just another henchman, baby. You just got to get through them to try to get to the big boys.
I know it. Kansas City Pioneers, not what they used to be. They did have some preseason struggles, but you know what? They're still here and they're fighting, and I tell you what, you better respect them because you never know when they're going to flip that switch and all of a sudden be that dominant team that they once were. Team Queso is going to get a trade off the rip, so it's going to be a 3v3. Handles has been lost, Sleeper has been lost, and Sleeper's the big one. He had the incident.
See what Handles his teammates can do here. Zysho sells and Brawny bottom side of the lanes. Zysho trying to bait problems out, but no problems will be given to him just yet. Now shooting across the middle of that platform. It's going to be Crystallized trying to check up at least one player. Not going to be able to get any damage with the first shot. Pulls the Lancer yet again. Might look down to the bottom side, looking for another advantageous shot onto that player against. It's going to be Brawny down there as well. Brawny playing against Summons. Summons will get the pick on the nades. He's not going to get out either, and that's going to be a big problem for them to have to solve. Vassels is going to try to push up, walk and double kill. He gets the first down, cannot get the second. There's the nades, though, coming in. Zysho is going to go down. Now Brawny finds himself in a 2v1, tries to take an advantageous 1v1, but he goes down, and just like that, Team Queso take the lead, 3-2.
All right, Team Queso looking stronger than ever, and KCP, when I think about them playing on checkout, at one point they were a great checkout team, but they definitely started to fall behind over time, and they just weren't as dominant. And honestly, it was ever since Precision wasn't on this roster anymore. That's no harm.
Shout out Ethan. Shout out one time.
I love Brawny, I really do.
Hey.
But it's not been the same, at least on checkout specifically. So, will Handles be able to pick up that first blood? He cannot, and the incense will get taken away.
Tell you right now, the mastermind behind the production has just told me we've got another weapon in store tonight, ladies and gentlemen. There's a chance we'll get to see some more weapons of mass destruction here in the booth if you're not careful, Mr. Noble. 2 down and dead, Problems down and dead, down and revived, as a matter of fact. Crystallized and Problems caught, though, in the cubby corner. They're going to be having a fight for their lives. Handles up top to the platform. Let's see what happens as they go wide now to the 90-degree. I understand, as we have gotten more words from the voice of God, that we do have a little bit of a connection issue with one of the players from the Pittsburgh Knights. But hey, ho, I don't care where we go as long as we got more Gears Esports. It could be here.
It could be there.
It could be anywhere on the world, because all I want is that hype, that excitement.
Yes.
The blood flow.
Yes, Fran on the
from
mic.
head to toe.
Fran
Franchise on the microphone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I still want to hear that analysis that I hear so clearly with that nice, smooth, silky voice that he has.
I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of hoped I was going to hear the yes, sir earlier from the other side.
Hey, I texted it to you. That's what I
It worked out.
Look, I don't want to make the voice of God mad with my presence while we are live, okay? Because I do that often. Problems don't have anybody to go for, because Problems, well, he watches one burn to a crisp. Brawny last alive in a 1v4, and, well, that's one.
He was trying to slip that corner.
He really was.
Trying to slip that corner. 4-3, Team Queso back on top here. The Pioneers got to win a couple of rounds in a row to try to take this lead. They've done it once before, but so has Team Queso. Now they're going to be perfect for a couple of rounds, I believe, because you don't want to go down 5 to any kind of deficit to the side of Team Queso on an execution, because they are an incredible execution team.
Yes, they definitely are, man. Hey, let's see if Team Queso can tie up this. Imagine if Team Queso moves forward. I'm telling you, bro, this whole bracket has been insane. But we knew that going into the final major, didn't we? We knew it could create many surprises and many incredible moments. Already Problems down. Yes, sir.
Big shot over the top. Not going to be able to find anybody. Pioneers find themselves down a man yet again. They're going to try to level up here toward the backside of the long shot. Far side, you're going to see a couple of shots coming in from Summons. Summons with the snub. No kills coming through, but a ton of downs and damage being placed out. Acel's trying to go super wide. They're going to try to balance out toward him. They send 3 over there. He gets left to his own devices. He will go down. And it'll be up to Brawny and Handles. And now it is just the Menace, ladies and gentlemen. And the Menace bouncing around as fast as he can. Runs right into a chainsaw. Shout out one time, Bleach for brains.
Yes.
I know she's been waiting the entire split to see one of them things.
And we had one earlier, too, so she's getting her fill without question. She loves those chainsaws.
Fill a cake.
Huh?
The fill a cake, the fill a chainsaw. I mean, she's got it all, man. She made
Did you see the cake she made? She posted on social.
Hey, brother, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like really upset that I ain't get none of that cake.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, like, freeze dry it or put it in a Ziploc bag, send it to me. All right, I don't care if it takes a week to get here. It may not look that fresh, but I will eat it. It looks like our PK and Casa Papel matchup is about to get started on map number 2, but we'll go to that beautiful try boxes. We see top. That's where we're going to be going shortly.
No, we won't. No, we won't.
Well, we're going to
debated.
That's okay. We got Charlie too, right? We're on Afira, and we've got Rebel playing against a United, and it looks like Big Mono. Big Mono. He's going to be last.
Bring me to red zone. Bring me to red zone back, baby.
We get a 5-4 Team Queso, TQ, Team Cheese. All right, on map point to tie this thing up 1-1.
You a cheddar man, American, Swiss?
Provolone.
Provolone? All right, I ain't mad at that decision.
Provolone, Swiss. I actually really like Swiss, I'll be honest with you.
Still not mad at you. Still not mad at you. 5-4, 2 rounds to be perfect for the Pioneers. Shots in early. Pioneers are going to have to worry about problems throwing a perfect flash in their face. Now Sleeper's trying to challenge out to the far side. Goes absolutely wide. They're going to be tagged up heavy. Sleeper gets the down onto his cells, though, and now they pick the long shot. Revive's not coming through. Zysho in no man's land. What are they going to do here? There's the heady. There's another. There's a down. Everybody from the Pioneers is chopped up and sliced up, and a little bit of love is given out. Team Queso taking map number 2. That's going to be tied up 1-1.
Wow.
Maybe we flip it on over to the Afira real quick, see how Rebel and United are doing.
That's insane that it's 6-4. Like, I'm going to be real with you. Team Queso, well done. Checkout has always been that map. If you're going to take a map off of like the top 5 teams, especially when it comes to execution, Checkout for some reason seems to be that map. And I think because it plays a little bit more like NASCAR, which at times can be 50-50 from what I'm hearing from the competitive perspective, but Checkout, all about just getting in there and just fighting it out. And you know what? A lot of teams have a good time doing so. And whoa, is this PK and Casa? Yes, it is. And it's going to be Chavi last alive, but not for long. We joined just in a nick of time to watch a 22nd round in. And it's Pittsburgh Knights leading 1-0.
Well, they got to be careful. Look, they got come back upon by Casa in map 1. They get a lead here in map 2. So, I mean, the only place for Casa de Papel to go is up from this point, my brother. It's the only place they got to go is up because they're only down 1 round, but it is 1-0. They got to get at least 1 on the board to try to start challenging, try to start fighting back against the grain.
A movie that made me cry. Solaire's going to be leading the charge over on Tree. Raver needs to back away. Meanwhile, Solaire picking up first blood in conjunction with Chavi. Well done from his perspective. Another one, Beersley, is down. And it looks like this is going to be a solid round coming up from Casa de Papel. It's probably not going to be 20 seconds, but it'll be 25. Okay, so we're splitting hairs at this point. Good answer. We're tied up 1-1.
Yes, sir. That's what they got indeed. I love the early aggression by Casa de Papel. They got the early damage, and then they settled their tea kettle on the backside of that garden planter in the middle of the map and allowed for players to rotate around him, continue to back it out, continue to get those shots on, and made sure that their downs were then converted. They didn't give everybody a chance to get those revives off. Now we see round number 3 coming out of spawn. Beersley, front line of offense. He's going to throw off that flash. He's going to get one answered back in his face. Playing one of my favorite character skins in history since Gears 4, that black steel cape, but there's the downs being traded out. Raver finds one of his own, so does Deso. So 3-2 we go. Back A, one more player to worry about. Raver goes absolutely monstrous in that round to get it for the Pittsburgh Knights.
And we've only seen 3 rounds, but we've only seen the same look all 3 of those rounds. The main focal point being that tree battle, the CQC engagement. I want to see both of these teams maybe throw something else out there. Now, I think it would be more so Pittsburgh Knights that would do that other than Casa de Papel, but hey, who knows? Casa de Papel, they have shown to be a pretty versatile roster, and we're going to be watching Chavi opposite of Raver. This is a big fight, obviously, not only for sight, but normally just to help that cross, help Solaire opposite of Beersley. And speak of the devil, Chavi will get the cross. Solaire will lose his life in return, and well, Colin's going to be a 3v3.
Now Chavi challenging the top side of the tree, is trying to keep Dezenite off of his side of the map. There's another down on Adverse, rolling up into that position, trying to get another kill. There's the down, there's the melee, there's the revives. Identiv, he mis-reloads and now finds himself at a 2v1. Can't come into the fight, helping his teammates. Goes for the up A. 2 meat shields, 2 snubs. And I mean, my God, that looked like the most happy locusts on the planet. Queen Mira and a Black Steel Savage Cantus, both with meat shields, watching Dominic Santiago fight for his life.
But what would they be eating, though? The most important thing, brother. They're chilling, they're hanging out. A pizza, maybe?
I would say It's going to be, I'm not going to lie to you, it's probably grilled human.
Oh, geez. Oh, I'm sorry I asked.
They're not that kind to us.
Well,
They take us as prisoners.
Excuse me. Pizza was too tame. Anyways, Torquebo's going to be in Solaire's hands, and I'm terrified, honestly. But it makes sense, it is what it is. He gets out unscathed, 4v4, but Colin Pittsburgh Knights are absolutely on the hunt. But did they bite off more than they can chew? That's going to be first play. The answer immediately yes. And, well, Fiercely, he's on the chopping block next. He's down. The final player 3, Raver's like, where'd you boys go?
What happened, though, man? Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh. Solaire wasn't playing around. He said, this doesn't. Hey, look, no suspense. We end it now.
No. Pittsburgh Knights on the back foot yet again. They take an early lead. They take another lead back. Now they've lost 2 rounds in a row. I mean, just play from behind at this point if you're the Knights. Screw it. Throw around. Just toss them the lead. You play better from behind anyway.
Wow. Honestly, you're not out of pocket for saying that.
Rise has got to go home. Pittsburgh Knights got to play from behind. It's the only way.
Okay, so anyways, 3-2. Like I said, you're not out of pocket for saying that. There is some truth in that. Solaire getting pressured back, stunned, so he had to back away, or else he would have hugged that position 10 toes down. Raver, opposite of Chavi, just up ahead. First blood goes out to the way of PK. Make that a number 2 and a number 1. And I'll take that with some fries and a Coke.
Diet?
No, absolutely not. Give me all of it. Give me all the sugar. If I'm going to drink it, it's going to be original.
Amen to that, brother.
Yes, sir. Okay, I see you over there. Hyped up.
23 flavors of greatness. I'll tell you that much, boys. Tell you that much, boys.
46 grams of greatness, too, of sugar.
It's the only way to live your life. I'm here for a good time, not a long time, baby.
All right, initial underway. Raver with shock in hand, and a big battle for Torque. This is like our second or third time that we've seen this big shot from Solaire, followed up by an even greater shot from Fiercely, and this is a great round.
Oh my God, no, it's not. Oh my God,
they lose one guy. They lose one guy. It was still a great round.
Oh God. I thought he was going to kill Dezo. I was going to keel over. I was going to be gone, baby. Hey, man, I'll tell you what. I'm looking down at this monitor. I'm looking up at that big screen. I'm looking back down at this monitor. I'm looking back up at that big screen. And I look at you and I said, my God, you look better than everything else in this room, dog.
Hey, look, it's not really a fantastic room, I'll be honest with you. But I appreciate you. It's not the highest standard, but Colin, I love you to death. I love you. When you look at me like that, Blaze was looking at me earlier, and we're connecting hands. Hey, thanks for you're getting out of control. Hey, no, they'll make me start meowing. Chat doesn't want to hear that, okay?
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't. Pittsburgh Knights are pulled all the way
back in their own spawn. Try again. Reset the round. Do something different. Call a mulligan. Call for the mulligan.
Did
You're
they
back
come out of their spawn? I mean, at this point.
Dezo ain't hit nothing with that bow. He's throwing 4 or 5 bolts out and can't hit nothing. Dezo goes down. Quick revive out. They are trapped like rats. He misses the extra one. My man got to need a whole new quiver right now. Dezo, you were hitting every shot against him. You better start flexing. That's what it is. The Knights haven't flexed in this matchup. They aren't ready.
Well, Chavi does have the sniper. Good news for Casa de Papel, but maybe good news over on the side of PK. They got the down and they got the finish. Solaire is gone. Adverse might follow suit. Dezo down, a trade is it. 3v3. Sniper used well. Raver, he's weak. Chavi hits the shot he needs to and fiercely lasts alive. Well done. Well, hold up.
Not yet.
1v2.
It ain't over.
1v2.
I ain't heard no song. Oh my God.
Hey, look. And listen, that's my guy. That's my boy Chavi. 4-4. And it really comes down to those misses with the torque.
Chavi,
it comes down. Tody is the main guy. Chavi's the other guy.
You got a side piece now in Chavi?
It comes down to who was missing the shots? You were just, it was Dezo, right?
Yeah.
Missing those shots.
He missed 5 torque bows, my man.
And if he would have hit 2 of those. If he would have hit 2 of those.
My man was just throwing fists at the air at that point. He was just swinging to swing, all right? He was having some troubles, I'll tell you that much. Coming into the next round, it's going to be shocks picked up by both teams. Challenging out the flank from Adverse is in. Looking to go 5-4 here. They're going to try to get these downs. Can they clean up any of the kills? Get the revive off. Dezo doesn't get the shot, though. They get the cleanup, but the body from Chavi is in. It's through. It's true. It's so nice. It looks like a delight. It's 2v1 to go up 1 round and be 1 round away from a 2-0 map lead over the Pittsburgh Knights. Casa de Papel are rolling.
And this is where you take your time, watch over Raver.
Yeah.
And you just, well, don't why take your time when you can just take the bull by the horns, baby, and have the entire stake. 5-4, and well, here it is.
It's not as easy as you think, by the way.
2, what, taking a bull by the horns?
Yeah.
Have you, let me guess, have you ever bull, of course you know that. You manly man, you.
You just, look, when you got a bull on the farm, man, sometimes he gets out of control. You got to try to get it. And I kept hearing the old saying is, you got to take the bull by the horns. I said, he ain't going to kill me. And I woke up a few hours later, thought he about did. Boy, I'll tell you that much. I said, why did I ever do that? I ain't never claimed to be a smart man. But a down comes through on Solaire, and he's trying to rev that torque bow. He almost torque bowed himself right there. He could have gone down, let that arrow out at his feet.
Oh.
Almost hits Dezo at the drop, throws that.
Fiercely trying to close the gap, but surely he's got to pump the brakes a bit. Solaire pushing.
Ain't nobody dying.
That was crazy that he pushed like that, but Weaver was sniped. Asher out.
Oh, no.
It's a bit of a battle, isn't it? And it looks like PK are gaining back control, but I take it back. It's going to be a 2v1, and, well, that's going to be all she wrote. I can't believe my eyes. Casa de Papel are hopscotching on Dezo's lifeless body after they win 6-4 on map number 2 and take a 2-0 lead over what was once considered the best Latin American team to exist in Split 4 Gears competitive. Unreal. That's going to be Casa de Papel leading 2-0. This is actually getting out of hand, and well, ladies and gentlemen, I know you want to see the next map because the next map is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Training Grounds map number 3 going to be coming up after the break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Gears Summer Major. I'm Taylor Reflections, double joined by the great Colin, the Crow Clark, and Casa de Papel, against all odds, are leading 2-0 over Pittsburgh Knights. It seems as if they're on point, they're hungry, and maybe even a bit energized, seeing Fury 1 beating Rise at a big upset, and they said if they could do it, we could do it too, and we might see 2 Titans fall early on in the winner's bracket.
You know, I love what Casa de Papel did. They hedged their bets. They said, we already got one team in the major. Let's put a second one in there just in case one of them fumbles the bag. Well, Casa de Papel, the OG, is here in winner's semis, and they're doing a fantastic job trying to get the Knights to go to loser's bracket. Chaos right there. I mean, puts on a little highlight reel play. Chavi finding headshots. Solaire finding torque shots. I mean, just an incredible tomb out of the side of Casa de Papel. There's not much you can say. They threw out a couple of different wrinkles. They threw out a couple of different strats.
Right.
They showed some love at the end. Desonide found himself in the Pittsburgh Knights' favorite spot.
Okay, so anyways, we're going into map 3, Training Grounds Escalation.
Down. They're down. They don't do well until they're losing.
I didn't know where. I'm going to be real with you, Colin. I didn't know where you were going with that. So down is where
I
we
said
were.
they only play good when they are on the comeback.
Okay.
And they're down now.
They are down. You're right. You did say that at the beginning. You put that out into the universe. Now they're down 0-2.
I'm trying to bring him along.
Do you?
Like, just come with me. Just go on the journey.
Bring me on the magic carpet, right, please. I need to be in this.
I can show you Training Grounds.
Please do, because Training Grounds surely is where PK comes back.
You know, you'd think so, right? You'd hope so.
They're one of the best teams on this map.
I know, and they love that Overlook. They are obsessed with fighting at the Overlook. It's one of their favorite places to be, especially Fiercely, one of the best players at the Overlook fight.
All right, well, let's see how this ends up unfolding. They played a United a little bit earlier, and, well, this was a highly impactful map that they ended up winning, and man, no, they didn't win it, excuse me. I think they lost 5-3 or 5-4, but regardless.
They just won it the last time they played on against the United.
Well, yeah, I was saying 5-3. They won it, and they looked incredible.
I thought you said they lost it. I was like, brother, what are you talking about?
No, I don't make mistakes. But no, seriously, they ended up winning it, and they looked great doing it. So anyways, let's see if Casa de Papel can close it. I mean, if Casa de Papel closes it out 3-0, I might do a backflip. This is insane.
I would pay money to see that. I'll cartwheel if you backflip.
Well, it might be the only backflip I ever try and attempt. All right, we got player 4, Chavi, who may be thinking about going on a flank. Solaire, too, an interesting initial, and weirdly, it might pay off.
It's paying off right now. They're in the B hill. They got 1 kill. It's 4-3 on the map right now. 1 player goes down. Chavi gets quickly
Mr. Krabs.
revived. Mr. Krabs' play is about to ensue. 2v1 here.
Mr. Krabs!
Solaire trying to play back. He's trying to put damage. It's going to be up to Dezo. Raver goes down, but into the A-Hill. Dezo goes down. C-Hill decapped momentarily. This is Chaos trying to fight over it.
Way.
Adverse
No
into the hill.
way.
Chaos. A little love. A Batista bomb.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. 51 seconds.
Yeah.
Casa de Papel.
Less than a minute.
4 rounds.
More than half a minute.
4 rounds away from winning map 3 and winning 3-0. And
no maps.
that is just
3 maps.
It blows me away.
Shut them out.
That initial was so unique and just incredible. I mean,
Let's make quick.
Puts you on the back foot. No idea what to do. Surprise.
this is wild.
Samuel Jackson.
Hey, maybe so. I don't know about that one. But so we are going to see player for Xavi down low once again, and Solaire up top. Dezo running by him. And Solaire is going to fall. So good news, though. Fiercely does clutch up, and Raver is going to be pushing B.
I told you.
Meanwhile, down low, Identiv's in a bit of a fight against Xavi, and it seems like a good recovery from PK as they go for the domination, and they should be able to get it. Bull talk out.
Hello?
Chaos pushing up.
Gotta be spawn shield still. It's the only explanation. Oh my god, what a shot. Adverse ain't gonna try it.
Nice.
Hey, that first round was slick. That thing was slick, all right?
Yep.
But boy, we settled it in that time. We went up to the top overlook. You challenged fiercely. Maybe the king of the overlook fight now. And they go down, to Fiercely on a little bit of a flank there, helping out Dezenide. You can't challenge that spot, man.
You can't really challenge
They will
that
flex
spot.
their muscle on you up there.
100%, without question, and Fiercely has been dominating that overlook fight all day long. Retros now on both ends of the map, and, well, Colin, we're going into round number 3. We have seen the same strategy from Casa de Papel in both of the rounds of the initial. Going down low, trying to weave their way around to the overlook fight. But
sneaky snake.
And we are going to see that once again. It almost seems like a sneak peek to maybe what's to come over in Hell.
Might see that long shot placed out up top. It's going to be Dezenide going onto the flank to get the first down. Solaire's trying to go in for the revive. Won't be able to get that off. Picture perfect accuracy with the Lancer right there. 1v1 over at the B-Hill. Raver, he's going to get 2v1 here momentarily. Gets the first stun. Won't be able to get the second shot off, though, so 2 players are still alive. It's the one and only guy bringing in some breadsticks, but I'm not taking them because I don't want to throw any at you. My main man, Taylor Reflections Noble. I'm not going to throw any more carbohydrates at you. I'm going to leave you and the carbs alone right now,
I appreciate that. I really do, man. Oh, nice shots from Fiercely. Solaire's going to fall. Chaos up ahead, and Fiercely's looking to take the 1v. This should be an easy fight for him, especially with Dezo rotating down low. Good fight. PK hold on tight to what they got. Xavi being challenged. Xavi hit some decent shots. Raver, though, still alive, and he's going to fire right back. Plus, he has help from the overlook with Identives, and Xavi put in a difficult spot, but does it really matter? A domination's going to ensue, and Solaire has to win the fight, and he does.
Solaire's going to have to win one, but the double cap is still giving them the point advantage here, 120 to 75 or so by the time it ticks up. Xavi goes down. No more threat from the back lane. Meanwhile, trying to go for a little home-to-home stretch here. 2 players going to get called out. Solaire almost finds himself in the worst possible position. Full red down. Retro Lancer tagging him up, downs him again. Looking for the down on Adverse, who was going for the help. 2-1 Hill advantage taken over by the Paper House for just a moment. Back into the B-Hill we go. Single shot chunk there after the down, but not out. Solaire looking to try to get somebody some help. My man, he might melt like Frosty, but he's going to stay cool. He's going for the revive. Get the revive on Adverse.
He needs to get the revive. Adverse crawls just in a nick of time, and Solaire will pick up a second. Meanwhile, the B-Hill's being capped from Xavi. He'll commit for the total, at least the decap, excuse me. Fiercely will pressure up. Xavi taking a lot of damage, but still fires back, and, well, it is in fact going to be the home-to-home for Casa de Papel. Cog team does get the win condition.
Goes back over to the Swarm with the cap there at B-Hill. But it's a long 45 seconds. 2 players go down. Now a 3rd player is going to go out. This is going to be a chance for Casa de Papel to settle the tea kettle. 209 to 156. Trying to get into the hill. That's going to be Dezenide. Last gasp, but last ditch. Him and Identives trying to stay alive. They take out Adverse, but Casa de Papel has rolled back. They're going to play some defense. They're playing the smart. They know they get the victory in 30 seconds. It forces the Pittsburgh Knights to make a move. It forces the Pittsburgh Knights to get Boogie and on the dance floor. There's going to be Dezo coming up through the front side. Flash lands at him, but he stuns himself as well. 3 players into the B-Hill, looking for the neutralization. Chaos gets 1. Raver looking for 2. He gets 2. He's looking for 3. Can he see? Adverse off the back lane. He's going to get it, though. It's going to be Dezo. God, the man with a plan. The cap comes through, and that will be all she wrote for the Swarm team.
As close as it could possibly be, we finally get a longer round. 3 minutes, 23 seconds, and Pittsburgh Knights, lo and behold, will take a 2-1 lead, but it took a massive effort to get to that point. And man, oh man, has this been competitive as ever. And Colin, I think this is the round we get either Instance or the Sniper.
We're gonna get the bull talk, baby.
Do you agree with that?
The bull talk, baby.
I mean, I see it.
Yeah. They're making Casa de Papel place it. Pittsburgh Knights knows that there's a chance that they just keep winning those rounds.
Right.
Whereas the Paper House, they need a little something to kind of spice it up. But
it's
put the torque
bow.
Hey, man, sometimes you got to put the torque. They just watched Des and I throw like 70 arrows and basically hit that rig over there.
That is true. That is true.
Maybe that box.
Maybe that box right there. Maybe the backdrop. Maybe the bag of Skittles just off to the left too as well. Solaire pushing up, player to the left, and oh man, that's going to be Dezo picking up the first blood. Wonderful job, and that's going to be Chaos just up ahead. He's going to manage to hold his ground, and meat shield in hand. Another player from PK will fall, but so will another from Team Casa de Papel. And Xavi forehead can't get the torque bow. Fiercely doing so much damage.
2 more players trying to rotate in for the revive. Shots on a Solaire as he goes underneath. He's going to get the revive. They're going to get the torque bow here off of the initial. Couple of arrows to work with. They're going to be pressuring into the B-Hill. This is going to be the God spot of Adver. He's going to be tagged up heavily. He's going to go down. The first revive won't be in and through just yet, but Solaire goes down. Big chunk by Dezo. Reaction shot doesn't get him, but the second one does. I don't know if he dropped the torque bow, but I know that Dezo's going for the Mr. Krabs play now. They got plenty of down and dead on the map, but it's going to be up to Adverse to rotate into that hill. He's going to the back lane. He might try to sneak on over to B, but that was a mistake. My man said, oh, thanks for the free. Triple cap domination.
That's what it was. Another quick round and another round victory for Pittsburgh Knights, as that's 3 in a row. And at this point, Casa de Papel, they are grasping at straws. What works, what doesn't, and well, I think Pittsburgh Knights might finally win their first map. So well fought on the torque bow, but ultimately it wasn't enough for Casa de Papel to get the win, and they also do fall behind on their weapon placement. Now, this time around, an incendiary round is going to be placed, and well, Casa de Papel has no choice but to answer back with their own.
Yep, they're going to answer back. The Bull Talk already put out at the bottom side of the map over at the uplink, ladies and gentlemen. We will see another big fight over that torque bow, though, at the beginning initial 3-1 split. Both teams going for it. They're incendiary. Smokes out. One player getting marked, going down. Quick little revive out. Here comes Dezo and Identives. Identives in. Dezo full red. Goes down just outside. Missed by Identives. I think Identives might have missed that player coming through the smoke. Now another player is going to try to challenge out toward him. But they get the downs, though. They get the downs, and now they get the torque bow. This is a big, dangerous spot. Identives going to try to rotate over to the E-Hill. We are in the second half here, ladies and gentlemen. E-Hill at the U, at the backside of the overlook. First torque misses. Beersley back in a very dangerous spot up here, up top. He's going to be shooting onto 2 people, Adverse and Solaire. Solaire's going to go down. He's going to get the revive now. Big body shots by both players, not putting themselves into any kind of danger. Very reminiscent of how the Insanes used to stay wide on teams way back when to not give them a chance. Casa de Papel, they spread the forces and like Velociraptors shoot into the middle match and get those easy downs and easy cleanups.
And that definitively gives them the initial, and they do so in great fashion. I mean, that took a lot of work, but it ended up paying off because you also have to think Identitus at one point did have the torque bow. This could have been a scary start for Casa de Papel, but Pittsburgh Knights are going to have to claw their way back, and well, we do have a lot of moving pieces. Speaking of which, Pittsburgh Knights are on the full attack, home hill to home hill, but look who's holding it down. It's going to be Solaire, but 1 turns into 2, and he can't stay there, at least for free. Does Fiercely stick this? Yes, he will, and well, Casa de Papel are going to have to earn it back.
Beerly will barely stick this, and now he's going to throw out that flashbang. He's going to try to stay back toward his teammate. Little revive coming through. They're going to try to filter fish here. bounce up into the top heaven area. Another big up A comes out from Raver. They're going to roll down to the bottom. Chaos is going to get baited. And now it's going to be up to Chavi to keep his team alive in this institution. And he's going to go down. And that will be the fortification of the E-Hill momentarily. Adverse looking to try to attack from multiple angles. Flash grenade comes out. He's going to be full red. He's just looking around the corner. It's going to be up to Solar. But he's going to get shot down and dead. And Chaos tries to tiptoe through the window, by the window, but it's not in time. 4-1. Pittsburgh Knights a 1 round away from getting their first map in the series and trying to make this bad boy interesting.
Definitely so. Pittsburgh Knights finally showing live for the first time in this entire series. The damage done, very uniform, minus Identivs, who is definitely having a bit of a rough game. He's got no kills, 7 assists. Damage roughly even with everybody else, but he's still like 3K below everyone. So he's got to step it up without questioning me. But again, I value his pop-off ability. I don't know when we're going to get that. The rest of the teammates are definitely putting in the work needed. But he's once again going to be going for Torpo. And once smoke is out, you got Chaos who might make the push, but Identivs is looking to meet him head on.
Identivs is going to be playing that same cubby corner. He's going to be playing just outside of the Torpo area, waiting for somebody to push back in. Fiercely going for the little home-to-home stretch here, trying to challenge up, trying to keep that player from putting out damage on his opponents. Chavi to the bottom side, gets missed. Beautiful movement by him, gets him the win, and now gives him the man advantage on the map.
Identiv still sticking it on the side and not wanting to make the push just yet. And in fact, it feels like the opportunity is here. He does have help from the top side. I believe this time around it's from Dezo instead of Fiercely. Torpo's going to be in the hands of Chaos. We'll see if he gets out. But meanwhile, on the neutral fight, Adverse has officially been pushed back. Solaire as well as Fiercely ready to make the push in. Chaos has officially joined into the mix. Identiv's hugging the corner as tightly as he can. Luckily, there was already a down player of Adverse. Solaire also down. Pittsburgh Knights pushing up. A domination starting to take. You gotta push up. Get a touch. Will we get it? No, we will not. Pittsburgh Knights will close out map 3, 5-1.
They are alive, Taylor. They have shown signs of life in this matchup. They have finally got a map on the board against Casa de Papel. Beersley, the MVP, only 8 kills, only 10 assists. Those maps really did come down to me just to basically single fight to initials. I mean, it was basically whoever was winning the initial was pretty much dominating the rest of the round. We maybe saw one round go the opposite direction where they won an initial and then still fell apart, fell to pieces. But man, I'm telling you, dog, it was one of them situations where I didn't know if the Pittsburgh Knights were going to have anything left in the tank after such a grueling war against a United earlier today, sending a United to the losers bracket. I wasn't sure how much they had left in the tank. That is a big tank of heart, big tank of energy, big tank of love for them to have to fill up. They're going to need it, but the problem is they're playing interregional right now.
True.
You are not going to get the full support of the LATAM region because you're playing somebody else from the Latin American region.
That's
so guess what? Pittsburgh Knights, that energy, that vamos you live off of, boy, you ain't getting it all game. It's going to be a little split.
And on
maybe
top of that,
70-30? Would you say 70-30? What would you say is probably going to be in a favor? If you were not like the prediction who you think is going to win.
The fan favorite.
How do you think the energy is?
Oh, the energy from the fans themselves?
Yeah.
Oh, Pittsburgh Knights. I think everybody, even if you're not a fan necessarily and you just enjoy Gears, you're looking at this matchup, Pittsburgh Knights have to be the heavy favorite because they've had such a phenomenal...
Who you giving a love to? Who you think? Is it a 70-30 split? You still got like 30% of that fan base saying, Casa de Papel, pull it out, baby. Come on, baby.
Oh, who wins this series? Who's the 70-34? Who's the 70 for winning, the 30 for maybe losing?
Am I speaking a different language?
Call it to me. You're talking numbers and you're talking math. And I tried to say who is the fan favorite. Pittsburgh Knights are still the fan favorite.
They're the fan favorite, but like how dominant is it? Is there any fans of Casa de Papel out there? I know them 4 dudes got mamas. Are you trying to tell me not one mama is rooting for their own kid?
It would be 70 for PK, 30 for Casa de Papel.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that.
Okay,
I'll take that.
I'm really trying.
God almighty. It was like giving a root canal out here.
Hey, don't mess around with that. I've had one of those, and it's painful, okay? It's absolutely painful. Have you ever had one?
I take care of these things.
I do, too.
I might put a whole bunch of garbage in there, but
I had a bad feeling. Anyways,
I don't. Bad feeling?
Not feeling like filling. You know, I had a bad feeling. We could talk about it later. Trust. It was not. It was not fun. I floss every night. I brush my teeth morning as well as night. Okay, I take care of the.
I mean, he is minty fresh. I'll tell you what. You get this close to him, you don't want to get away. My boy is wintergreen out here, dog.
You got to take care of what you got to take care of what you got. Colin, I love you to death. I really do, man. And it's 70 for PK. It's 30 for Casa de Papel.
I'll take that.
I will say this, though. I don't think anybody out there would ever look at this series and say, Casa de Papel won. Wow, that was to be expected.
Yeah. Nobody's going to look at that and say, man, I saw that coming a mile away. I don't even know if anybody had this in their bracket. If we did this like an NCAA
fantasy
playoff bracket,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would have had this. As we get to the intermission, you can look at the bottom left of your screen. We're at map 4 at least between Queso and Pioneers. Opposite side, we're on map 3 because it's Vascar, and we all know everybody loves that map.
That's right.
1-1. I threw the hat. E United, get this money.
Wait, it's 1-1 in map 3? Oh, no.
What?
That's a series score, yeah. Okay. All right, Pioneers are up 2-1.
All right, come on, baby. Come on, Acels. Come on, Handles. Come on, Zyshow. Come on, Brian. Here we go, baby.
It's TQ leading so far off of hill number 1, and Problems is hitting a great shot. In fact, they're going to be set up for the next hill, and, well, screen right, you said you threw the hat, the
is
superficial
United up
hat.
2-0, or is this map count 1-1?
I think it's 1-1. Yeah, 1-1. So, hey.
Okay, there we go.
So, Rebel is a team that's scary. 3rd place in the standings. When they do pop off and they play at their full potential, they can beat anybody out there.
Yeah, exactly. When they play to their full potential. Look, I threw the hat, E United. I'm going to keep saying it.
I get it, but man.
Throw it again.
Hey, you're going to have to because you're going to have to throw it every single map at this point, brother. E United. Let's see if they can take it to Rebel. Not going to be an easy one without question. And like I said, Team Queso is already leading in map number 4 against against Kansas City Pioneers. So at this point, things are starting to get pretty hectic, especially in the losers bracket.
I mean, they're getting tight down there. That's one of the things where you see people playing for their tournament life. They're going to start playing a little differently, a little more hesitancy to them. They're not just going to play like a shoddy lobby. Not like y'all see and like I see a little bit on them first round E-days where everybody just flying at everybody, trying to just win every shotgun fight. You're going to back up. You're going to Lancer out. You're going to look for the power weapons. You're going to play a little bit more objectively certified. You're going to be valid in every motion that you make once you are on that back foot. Once you're in that lower bracket, everything tightens up. You're going to find out whether or not you turn to dust when the pressure is applied or you turn to a diamond.
That's a fact of the matter. And speaking of turning to dust or a diamond, Pittsburgh Knights, they've got to come back, brother. You talked about at the beginning saying, look, they've got to, they're a team that starts off slow, but finds themselves, constantly on the back burner, having to earn their keep, earn their way back. Well, this is a good example of that. But what do you think the chances are for them on District? Because this is a great map for Casa de Papel.
Oh, it's an incredible map for Casa de Papel. They're very good at that back cinema fight. I think one of the best fights in the world is them at that cinema and them at the bandstand. They control the verticality of this map very well, just like Astro will control how well and crispy the sound is of every single engagement and every single map you find yourself on in Gears 5, because they are the official audio partner of Gears Esports. Get tournament ready at astrogaming.com.
Beautiful call out, baby. Let's get it started. The initial is stalemated, so we will get there. Honestly, though, Colin, you teed it up perfectly.
Come back. I'm not doing it.
You teed it up perfectly. We're not going to get it a second time.
Nope.
But we are hopefully going to get the initial underway very shortly. Look, it's fine. We'll make it through it. But that was a very clean transition. Good CTA. And that was...
Don't do it.
Yeah, we're going back, baby. We're coming back. That's okay. Look, some issues do happen. And I think it's more so Pittsburgh Knights at this point trying to figure it out.
I'm sitting down, brother.
I feel it. I do, man. My feet are killing me. These live events are good.
I'm just fat.
Oh, well.
That boy like me got to sit down every now and again, baby. I'm telling you that much. Don't happen.
I hear you, man, dude. Look, check it out. When we used to start E-Days way back in the day in this very room, we bought those chairs because of E-Days. We're like, hey, man, we're not standing that long. I think it was more so Ryan. Ryan was like, can we get chairs? We just don't want to stand for that long.
I understand because Ryan's like 6'9".
6'9"?
I don't know how big he is, but that man got some long legs. It's got to be hard to hold that whole frame up.
I'm taller than Ryan. I'm 5'9". All right, let's get it going.
I will bring Ryan in here.
Yeah, don't do it.
I won't?
No, don't do it. Please don't bring
best
Ryan
coach
here.
in the game, baby.
Hey, that doesn't account for the height.
Boss.
Look, initial underway.
Boss.
Well, Dezo's down. Adverse picks him up. Didn't you say cinema fight for Casa de Papel is great? Well, look at that.
I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. Why would I lie to you?
Well,
what does it serve me to sit out here and be like, Taylor is not the most handsome man in the world? That'd be a big old lie. and I refuse to be a part of it.
Ryan Gosling, come on. There's more attractive men out there, without question.
Don't know him, haven't seen him.
All right, well, Adverse, he's going to continue to fight. At the beginning, he picked up 2. He should get picked back up, but no, he falls a bit short. Fiercely, though, talking about falling short, Solaire comes back with a vengeance. Chaos was definitely helping from the flank, and, you know, it's not a flawless start for Casa de Papel, but it definitely is a great one. And speaking of which, we're already being proactive from both rosters. They're fighting for the transition.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly flawless, but they're still going to come away with a lead. They're still going to come away with a decent amount of points from P1. Chavi's going to be to the bottom side of the map, looking up to the top. My man had to check out whether or not the cracks in that concrete were too big. Now Fiercely's going to roll back. He's going to get shot from a couple of different angles. Dezenide moves in for the possible revive. Baited out. Dezo's going to get the revive in one chunk. Now he's going to get shot on. He needs a little bit of help from the top side, but they're going to get a shot from the top of the stairwell. And, I mean, Chavi just being an absolute menace to the bottom side of the map. Raver down and out. Now everybody from the Pittsburgh Knights, one after the next, falls to the firepower of Casa de Papel.
I think Casa de Papel understand the spot that they are in. A real chance to move forward to winners finals to play against Fury One, a spot in grand finals. And also, more importantly, potentially just third place, right? In the whole tournament. A wonderful placing that would be. Chaos has been there with PK even in the past, but it's been some time. But this roster has worked hard without question, and Pittsburgh Knights finally showing a little bit of life, and well, they're going to push out straight into Chaos and Adverse, and they got to do it quickly because Solaire is going to be on the bottom end of things, and well, he quickly breaks off. He's going to be going mid, and how much time is left? About 20 or so seconds, so maybe they start fighting. Oh, 43 seconds, I apologize. So still a lot of time. You got to fight for it.
Still a lot of time indeed. They're going to play through the middle of the map, try to play for maybe the verticality and those power weapons. Fiercely's going to get 1 kill. They're going to play over the drop shot now. Solaire tries to bounce up. Back A by Fiercely, finds 1. Drop shot has been safely escorted out of the fight now. 1v1 at the hill, won by Identives, and with 25 seconds to go, they can at least get it to 56-50 before really having to rotate out of here, and they can make this one very close. Going into that ATM hill, they also have the drop shot to use. Identives is going to get called out. They're going to try to get a kill on him. Throw it! Yeah, I love that play. Thank you, Identives. Danny, this is why I love you, because you said, you know what, I'm not going to die with it.
Nope. Yeah, you really can, especially, ooh, well, he didn't die with it. You know what? He would have survived, but it still was the most educated play to make it. The moment, can we get 3?
Nope.
Yes, we can. Solaire will fall, and that's why I love Identives. Not necessarily because of the stats, because they haven't been spectacular in Split 4, but he can make plays like that.
Body shot there by Adverse, gets the kill on Identives as he's getting revived up. That's going to be Dezenide trying to get Daddle away up to the top side. Drop shot by Dezenide. We'll find 1 here, and beautiful job by Identives yet again. He cut off one of the entrances to that bandstand and then forced them to kind of funnel into a small area, getting those first couple of kills, not allowing himself to be pincered out. Solaire to the middle of the map, making my man JB proud, using that rated R weapon skin set on that Lancer. Chavi to the top side of that pillar, looking down. Here comes Chaos. He's going to move in, but Identives, I mean, he's just caught out of position yet again. That's 2 times in a row now. Identives has been playing out of position and has been caught out and possibly killed, giving up the rotation over to Casa de Papel.
Lead change once again starting to tick over. PK had it for just a sliver of time, and now it's going to be Casa de Papel holding on tight. Raver's been playing phenomenal. Adverse will fall, and Raver can continue to pressure up. Now, it's you beat one enemy, now you got to beat the next, and Chavi is the next boss, but Raver actually might stick this and then cut them off for the rotation, but I guess nobody's going to be home, but he still has value if he's able to head to the window. Fiercely good shot on Solaire just over the cover, and that's why I like District, man. A lot of unique angles you can take.
Yeah, indeed. That's going to be Raver going down inside of the info. Identives is going to find 1, double shot down. It's going to be up to Dezo to try to make a miracle happen, but he goes down. Identives as well. Fiercely trying to answer back. Chaos is full red down and dead. This is going to be Chavi, bottom side of the stairwell. He's going to get challenged up by Solaire from the backside and from in front where the next hill spawns. Adverse has tried to pull up, and Raver is in the backside of the bandstand once again. Picks the shock. Is he going to try to throw it off to make sure they don't get to use it? I do hear it go off. Chavi will get a kill there. Identities is back into the fight. There's the back A to the meat shield. Single shot chunk melee doesn't get the stun, but he will get chunked out as well. And so a back and forth fight we go, but so far the kills are going in favor of the Pittsburgh Knights.
Here's is going to let Chaos bleed out, but he won't let him touch the hill. No reason to do so. You don't want him to take or get any decap possible. Pittsburgh Knights looking to take the lead once again, and Casa's Papel numbers are a bit thin, so they're not going to be able to push up succinctly, at least at the moment. 55 seconds for the shock, 60 for the drop shot. So it's up to Casa Papel, use their utility, what they got, and just push forward. But they are taking their time.
1v1 has already been won. Desonite goes down. 4v3 on the map right now. Adverse challenging toward Raver. Raver's going to get that down. Beersley backs up toward him, and Raver and Beersley will be playing this as a two-man wrecking crew, looking for the extra shots on. Not going to be able to get him, but the snub fire from Solar is picture perfect inside of the bandstand. Shots on to Beersley. He's going to get full red. He's going to get up 8 and go down. Raver's going to get 1. Raver looking for 2. He's not going to be able to get that one. Pittsburgh Knights inside of the juice, trying to add some damage, trying to add some flavor and flair as they move into the Pergola Hill. Can't get that first kill. Desonite out in the open. Could get shot upon from the backside of that planter. Now back outside, going for the back A's. Not able to get those. Gets flanked, but gets the kill. And now I believe it's Beersley moving out from the outside. Gets 1. Beersley gets 2 as well. Beersley, the big man in the middle, playing like an absolute giant for this team. Every spot they need him to.
And jumps through the cover and still gets the first shot and the kill onto Chavi. He's absolutely on fire, probably on a 3-4 kill streak, and Beersley proven why he's one of the stat leaders in conjunction with Powers on the leaderboard for KD, KDA, damage done for 10 minutes, and overall kills for his roster. It's sitting at 39%, at least when it comes to Split 4 Pro League. Pittsburgh Knights are taking the greatest lead we have seen them take so far, Colin, and they don't look like they're stopping anytime soon.
No, not anytime soon. 30-point differential and counting. Double bounce and a kill from Identives. Now looking through the verticality of the map. Looking at Chaos at the front of the fountain. He's going to go down to the bottom of the stairwell. Shot on by Beersley. Revive coming out shortly. Raver just trying to add in the Lancer fire. A flash will come in. Beersley will have the drop and be rotating that out. One player goes into the juice, and now the double bounce in, and a big kill for the back A out of Chaos. He's going to be challenging against Identives. Full red, trying to keep him tagged up. Identives will go inside of the info. Beersley's not yet used that reaction shot, drop shot, but he tries to throw it off right there. Doesn't get that one, but the second shot is good. 20 seconds left, gets it to 160 to 120, but still a Pittsburgh Knights lead here after the Pergola Hill, and the reset will come in after this next hill. It's P6, the final hill of the first rotation.
There's already going to be a battle on the opposite side of the map. Chaos in a 1v against Identives. Make that now a 2v as Solar pushes in. It's amazing Identives stays alive as long as he did. And the flank from Dezo is absolutely perfect. And he picks up the third as Adverse will fall. I mean, well done, Dezo. And you can't blame the guys at Casa Papel. They're so focused on Identives. Fiercely is moving in, and it's easy to get flanked from that point.
Hey, look, I know a couple of reasons you should like Danny as a person. He's a great human being. He's one of our rock stars. He's one of our biggest mega personalities. But at the end of the day, that man loves Gears. He loves being one of the best players on the planet. And I know Dom players throughout history, including our very own Guy Blaze Live, is proud of the job that Identives does every time he rolls out of spawn playing as Mr. Santiago. And now he'll go down to the bottom side of the hill. Beersley up top trying to add in some flavor and flair from the info. Flashes out by both teams. It's going to be Adverse trying to push back. He's going to get full red. He hasn't gone down yet, but a big L trigger gets 1. The wrap shot gets a second. Desonite trying to find a kill with that Lancer, but he can't get the down for the finish. And Beersley, who tried to go on a flank, had no help in this situation. The Lancer fire is in from the info as well. Third down and out comes through on Adverse. Over the top of the cover, gets shot by Soler. And it is Identives back into the neutralization position, not giving up any points over to Casa de Papel.
Yeah, it's been a while since Casa de Papel have truly had a run. In fact, they've been sitting around 100, 118 for quite some time. Pittsburgh Knights have been absolutely flawless. Like you said, they've been, once they started, it is hard to stop them, and well, Casa de Papel have effectively not done so just yet. Drop shot is down in mid. Shock is also up in bandstand, but meanwhile, we're still focused on the hill. The task at hand, who's gonna win it? Chavi, great shots, another one will fall. Soler finds some real estate through mid to pick up the drop. He drops down low and he joins the rest of his roster. You're fighting for scrap time. You mentioned the final hill. We're going back to the start.
Back to the cinema we go, ladies and gentlemen. What movie will we see? Will it be the Paper House holding on to this hill for a decent amount of time, maybe get even back to even, maybe taking the lead, or will it be the Pittsburgh Knights coming back in for a picture-perfect retake? Drop shot loaded up by Soler. Looking forward, not seeing anybody just yet. Shot over the top, not going to find anybody. I think he could go through that pillar and find a little easy kill. He's going to throw a shock there, but the drop is going to be answered back. No down coming through, but Dezo will get a down of his own there and get the double kill. So now it's 3v2 on the map with the drop shot gone. This is an opportunity for them to push in. First flash comes out. Long range shot by Adverse, trying to get it down on Identitas, but Identitas playing with his food for just a moment to allow for the flank to come through. Revives are in. Another kill comes through. 3v1 at the hill now. 4v1 at the hill. Kills abound. 30 seconds to go. They could take it to 200 and still have about a 20-point lead going into P2.
Oh, without question. Casa de Papel, though, they are going to rotate for the new hill, try to lock in spawn control, and stop Pittsburgh Knights from rotating. They understand it's just not worth it to go back to Cinema and challenge for the scrap time. A lot of damage was done off of that last hill regardless, as Casa de Papel are within striking distance of coming back and once again recovering the lead. Beersley down. Identitas might sprint to go pick him up, but therefore exposing himself. No, Chaos says enough is enough. I'll just go ahead and get the full finish. Colin, 15 seconds for the new drop shot to come into play, and Pittsburgh Knights are looking to pincer in the boys of Casa de Papel, but Xavi refuses to budge.
Xavi's going to throw this flash grenade to the backside of Raver. He's going to make sure the concrete is completely solid there, and he's going to make sure that he doesn't get pushed in that position. And now we see Dezenai trying to push up to the top side of the fountain. A little bit of area of effect here over the drop shot. They want to secure that bad boy and get it out safely. One player playing to the back corner. This is another player inside of the hill at the top of the stairs. A shot grenade will come out. Big shot on. Now Solaire into the spike. Gets caught by Dezenite on the slide. 2 down and dead. 4v2 on the map once again with 43 seconds on this hill. This could be absolutely huge if they can get this to go without having to use that power weapon.
Xavi finished by Raver. Like you said, power weapon. It's important to hold on to that when the scoreline is especially this tense. Like, this next hill can make or break you without question. And Casa de Papel is going to go for one last challenge. Solaire keeping it contested. And I like this. The rest of his boys are going to go ahead and rotate over and set up for the next hill. They understand Pittsburgh Knights are also going to be full sprint to get over to the location, but Casa de Papel, they're going to be up there just fine. Player 5 Solaire will finally back away. They're okay with allowing Pittsburgh Knights to take a tiny lead with the chance that Casa de Papel takes a massive one off of this next.
I want to take a look here. Dezenite still has the drop on his back, which tells me he's still got a rocket in the pocket. I think they need to make this next retake a little bit slower. They don't want to waste it now because it gives off a lot of time for them to come back. The triple kill, one of them being his teammate from Dezenite. Now it's a 1v1. Dezenite gets the call out. Big L triggers connecting, but
oh, what? Hit the
flank
shot!
From Solaire. Flank from Solaire gets the kill, and that's what I was worried about, Taylor. They impress themselves too much over to the hill. They waste the power weapon before it even spawns, and now they've got nothing for the take back.
Nothing for the take back, man, and Casa de Papel in such a great spot. That's so unfortunate. The drop shot was so good, but the flank from Solaire was just a bit too much impact that Pittsburgh Knights, they just simply couldn't handle. Casa de Papel surely will be at the 250 mark. Great damage from afar. I believe that's coming from Dezo. Identitas also has the shock, but based off of his location, I don't know how impactful that shock is really going to be. Through the window we go. Raver and Fiercely in conjunction will take down Chaos. Another 2 just up front. Solaire, though, with the Wolfpack in conjunction with the rest of his teammates will continue to Wolfpack forward, but they're taking too much damage. Casa, they will not reach 250. Pittsburgh Knights, though, they still can.
This is going to be a big angle. Chaos goes down. That's a beautiful kill to get snubbed out, or snuffed out, really, in the middle of the map. New drop shot in the hand of Dezenite yet again. They keep them staggered for just a moment. This is going to be Adverse to the top side of the fountain, looking down to the middle of the map. Nobody in position yet to challenge up the bandstand. Dezenite here can get a quick kill as this hill rotates over. He's going to throw it to the top side of the windmill right there. Not the windmill, the pinwheel right there. That wench that brings the boats in from the gondola. And it will get the kill, allowing them to see the revive. I mean, almost right in front of their face. Hill will spawn up. Nobody's into the area yet to go for the cap. It's going to be Beersley trying to play to the backside of that pillar. He's now safely in the hill for just a moment. Beersley, they're down to 70%, down to 50.
Oh, he needs
Big body
this.
shot by Chaos. Chaos needs to hit another one.
Big win.
Can't get it. That will give them a decided advantage in this fight, 4v3. appears he's going to back on up. He's going to play for the points. No, he's not going to play for the points. They're 24 seconds away.
Yep.
You could have just stayed in the hill, my brother. There's an objective.
I agree. Pittsburgh Knights should have never hopped out, but they do win the mid-fight, alleviating some pressure. They double back. Xavi is also down, and despite what could have been a bit of a whiff of a play, it should still work out for PK in the end. Matter of fact, Soler, Adverse, really the only two that can keep this round alive. And it looks like Soler, well, he's already going to meet his end. Chaos will too. And Adverse, well, maybe he gets a touch, but I think we're going to a map 5. Let's see it. One more point. 302-43. Colin, we've got a map 5.
They've got to play from behind. They go down 2-0. They win the escalation, then go down early in this control. They win it as well. They play from behind much better. They're fighting back each and every moment, each and every second. We're going to have a map 5 execution to find out who faces Fury 1 in winners finals shortly after this break.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Gears Summer Major. I'm Taylor Reflections Obo, joined by Colin the Crow Clark. And miraculously enough, we're going to a map 5. Pittsburgh Knights have managed to win 2 in a row. And I got to say, this is absolutely stunning. And you said it best. Pittsburgh Knights, well, they have a tendency to start from behind, but they always find a way to get there to the end. And, well, they found a way, but we're not at the end yet, are we?
Not at the end yet. We're not at the end yet. We are here going into a map 5, and I'm going to tell you right now, it has been so scintillating, so electrifying. My mic shut off there for a second. I don't know how to handle myself. I looked at, once they lost that tomb, that final execution where Dezenide was on his back, man. They were getting beat up. He was getting hopscotched on. I said that's where they play their best from. They play their best from behind. But what a story we have found ourselves in, Taylor. I mean, I've been thinking to myself, I was talking to Guy Blaze during the commercial break we had. I said, Guy, do you remember the last time these 4 players, like an Adverse, was in a winners semis, let alone with a chance to get into winners finals?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what's going on. I think it might even confuse him at some point because he's been walking around. He just doesn't know what's happening with himself. I mean, look at that face. He doesn't.
Where'd he come from?
What the hell is going on?
Hey, Blaze, what's up, man? What do you think about this series first and foremost? Paris.
Yeah, Paris, to answer my question.
Paris.
Actually, no, wait. San Diego when they were with Estral. And they went up.
Adverse, though.
Yeah, it was. It was Adverse on Estral. Because remember, who was it that I don't remember who tweeted, but then Reciprocity saw him tweet after they went up 2-0, and then Reciprocity 3 raps in a row, baby. Came to business.
Hey, Casa, don't choke.
Hey, Casa, don't choke. You heard it from Coach Blaze.
The guru
don't
of
choke.
Gears has laid out the wisest words I've ever heard in the Gears history.
Choke.
What?
Don't do it. Don't choke. That's just not an option.
No.
I mean, honestly, really, at this point, like, this is one of the... Outside of Fury 1, this is also an amazing storyline.
Yeah.
Casa de Papel, like, this would be one for, like... I mean, you want to talk about sending off the final major in crazy fashion, brother? Like, this would be insane.
I mean, this would be incredible to have teams like this. I mean, you think about Casa de Papel, the storyline of these players just kind of formulating a team a couple splits ago and saying, nobody else wanted us. Let's be a bunch of grandpas and a bunch of grandsons.
That's a fact.
We'll make it abuelos de sus nietos, and then we'll go forward and we'll have a mediocre split and we'll do a mediocre finish, and then we'll play in another split of Pro League with the 4 of ourselves, but we'll have another mediocre split. But then we go pull up on them. We go say, hey, what you doing out there? You're not going to pop, 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 pop. I'm in winter semis, baby. And you're like, who is Xavi? And we're like, that's Taylor's son.
Hey, I knew who Xavi was from the Challengers series.
Noble,
hey, look, I knew Xavi was going to be special.
Look, we know because you helped birth him, baby. He's your offspring.
I did not do that. Now, I'm just, I did not
look
do that.
Make first and foremost. He's cute as a button.
We would have more issues if Xavi was actually in this room. I'd be like, why are you here first and foremost?
He's
why
playing
have
on
you
land
been here this entire time? And I didn't even know about it. Look, check this out. I could have
checking it out.
My best friend Toady in Winners Finals is already there.
And your son.
And Xavi as well.
Your son.
And I know I'm new to Gears in comparison to like Fallout, in comparison to you and franchise and stuff like that. But it's been a heck of a ride. I mean, I'm a champion. Okay, I won the All-Stars event. And on top of that, I started the narrative about Dyslexic back in the Challenger Series and how spectacular he was going to be. I really tried with Krabby's. Like Krabby's, I really tried, and you were on fire, but then something happened and you fell off. But now I've got 2 players. I didn't do anything for Toady. I want to make that very clear. But I have another player that I have said is going to be amazing, and I have been memed nonstop by all of you. Yet Xavi has the potential to move forward to winners finals. But let me bring it back down to reality. 70-30, right? I think Pittsburgh Knights wins map 5. I really do. They're just too good on Afira. That's the truth. That is really the truth. I don't think Casa de Papel are going to be as spectacular as they have been, specifically on Tomb, as they're going to be on Afira.
I have to ask you a serious question. Do you have to talk that positive about yourself because nobody else will? Because I will do it for you. I'll help you out, buddy.
I'm gonna be real with you, brother. I'm a very fragile being. I've been saying that all day long, and like, look,
I love you. You just can't give me that kind of ammunition to work with. All right, I grew up a fat kid. I'm back to being a fat kid. You know how hard it is for me.
You are not fat,
yo, brother. Look at this. Hold on.
That is perfect, though.
Come on now.
That is perfect. That is wonderful. And that's the GIF. Hold up. That's the GIF. Do it again, baby.
Do it again. We're loading in a map.
You got your... Well, I was giving you...
Hold on, look. I'll do you one of these. I'll do you one of these Pittsburgh Knights. You better flex on them. You find yourself in a corner, baby.
Yeah.
You better find them. Get some help, boys. Get some help.
We're moving in.
Papel trying to take you away.
Map 5 of Fira execution. He jumped on me. And I gotta say, you're light as a feather. You really are not as big as you think you are, okay?
Boy, I'll tell you that.
You are not, man. You felt like maybe all but 110 pounds soaking wet wearing steel-toe boots. Check it out. Map 5, a big moment for Casa de Papel. I think, honestly, an even bigger moment for Pittsburgh Knights. This is a matchup that they went into. For me, the heavy favorites. I was talking off camera. This should be a 3-0. It's not been anything but that. Or it's been anything but that, excuse me. So at this point, Colin, it's do or die for both rosters, and we could either have a big upset, or we can also have, a team move forward that did it in not the best fashion. And, well, in typical fashion, it looks like we have a little bit of an issue, but hopefully we'll get into the round very shortly. I got to ask you, who are you feeling is going to take map number 5? Not an educated guess, because you just don't know, but who do you think would take map 5?
Mia?
Yeah. Mia would take map 5.
Such a bummer.
Yeah, she really is. So fluffy, so cute, so doggo. Really is. Other than Mia, though, who do you think would take it?
I think I'm going to have to go Pittsburgh Knights. I'll tell you what. Look at this. Oh, sorry, Pupper.
Oh, it's okay. Hey, look. Hey,
she wanted
okay.
Taylor.
Yeah,
she don't want me. She wants Taylor.
She just wanted to jump. Yeah, she wanted to go play fetch, right? But I can't play fetch.
Oh, yeah, she gonna get you now.
I can't.
You better play with her. You better play with her, Taylor.
No. She's on the run. She sees Daddy over there, so she's about to go sprint to Daddy as he does some weird thing, and she comes back to us.
Get him.
So that was...
Yeah.
I love her to death. I really do. Mia is awesome, and if she was a Gears player, she would be the best Gears player. That's an absolute fact. Absolute fact. All right, big moment though.
I can't focus. You're gonna.
I know. I'm trying.
Hey, Softer, I need your help, brother. I need your help. I can't focus.
We got map 5, and I'm curious who is going to be the most impactful player, because so far I've seen Raver, I've seen Fiercely do their thing and go off and make miraculous moments happen. Xavi's obviously been there. Solaire's been absolutely impactful. But to you, if you had to pick an MVP out of all 8 players, who would it be so far?
Fiercely.
Absolutely.
I had to figure out what question you asked. I was watching the dog run around. I said, I heard MVP. I heard 8 players. I was like, I guess he's talking about the match we're talking about.
That's it.
I was going to say Mia again.
I know you were, actually. I was very big because you're just looking at her off in a distance. All right, Fiercely definitely is a good pick, but let's get it going. Finally to start the final map. And, well, if you're a fan of Casa de Papel or a fan of Pittsburgh Knights, you already know what I want to say. Support your boys in chat, because this is going to be a heck of a matchup. Already first blood coming out for Pittsburgh Knights.
Solaire already down. Raver was full red. They needed to pressure that instance. They needed to try to get a Lancer onto him, try to get that down in that moment. But now they're going to get the shot over the top. Another down and dead. First down coming through for Casa de Papel. They're looking to try to wrap shot onto Identives. Big bodies left, right, and center, but they cannot get kills. Dezenai's going to need to find this one. It's going to end up being a 1v1.
You're kidding me.
After how incredible of a start that was for the Pittsburgh Knights, it is now a 1 versus 1. Splash damage doesn't connect. Second shot in. Won't connect with that one either.
Wow. Chavi staying alive at the moment. Dezo doing everything. Huh. That was a heck of a shot. That was a heck of a shot. Either way, though, miraculous moment for Casa de Papel to just miraculously come back to send it to a 1v1, and Chavi backs away, and the torque bow connects. Huh. All right, let's hop into round number 2 and see how this one's going to end up unfolding. We focus our attention onto Dezo, who's pushing on the opposite side, going for the drop. And, well, Raver, is he going to pick up the drop? Yes, he will, confidently and surely. He'll back away. Adverse will ultimately just fire out some warning shots. On the opposite side, you do have the torque bow in Chaos's hands. So, in good old Fear fashion, I think we might go to a stalemate. Adverse, though, might be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, could be in some trouble, but I'll tell you what, this is going to be one of those situations where with a drop shot out, he's going to get another kill there. Try to settle in the tea kettle of most of Casa de Papel. 3v4 now on the map. They're going to be pushing into the parking lot now where that flagpole is. Looking for the opposite effect here with the torque bow. Chaos will be looking to get a shot on top of Dezenite. Dezenite's going to go down. Torque bow doesn't land. Doesn't reload it. They get the first kill there with the snub. It's going to be 3v3 now on the map. They're going to be all out toward the flagpole. Solaire's going to push forward, but he might get flanked out here. Roll by Fiercely. Might find himself killed. He's going to pull the snub. Beautiful job there to play his corner, play his angle. Raver down, Fiercely down, up to Identives in a 1v3 situation. Looking to try to tie it up. Casa de Papel only have one obstacle between them and a tied map foul.
3v1. Identives has made many miraculous plays in the past, but will this be one of those moments? Rotates through, he's got 2 to his left, he has 1 to his right, and slowly but surely, maybe even quickly, Casa de Papel will continue to pressure up, and they do so, and we are going to be tied up 1-1 in map 5, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
Casa de Papel answer back succinctly. Beautiful job there by them to keep themselves on the board. They only lose Chavi in that round. They end up rotating back into where the flagpole spawns at the courtyard. I always like to call it the parking lot because there's a couple of cars around there all kind of mashed together. It's just, I always kind of call things by what I see, so it either ends up being the flagpole, it ends up maybe being the parking lot. Am I in trouble? What did I do?
No, perfectly fine. 4v4 and Solaire on your screen. He's made some great plays so far. This time he's going to go in and back away. Chaos needs to be a little bit careful, though, taking some damage. He's going to be in a 2v1 shortly. Pittsburgh Knights, though, they need to get Chaos out of here because they've already lost 1 player. But unfortunately, Chaos will, in fact, break up the stairs. The Wolfpack is in, and now you got Pittsburgh Knights being outnumbered on the low side. Casa de Papel brought it to a 4v2. Torque Bow's going to be picked up. Identives has to go so big, and unfortunately, he won't be able to do so. And Casa de Papel put themselves just 4 rounds away from moving forward.
See what happens here with 4 players down and dead of the Pittsburgh Knights. 2 rounds in a row. Casa de Papel on the verge of winning a map 5. They must have heard Guy Blaze. I mean, when Guy Blaze asked not to choke, you probably should listen. He's got really big biceps, great thighs on that man. He's about 6'3", 6'4". Probably about, I don't even know what he weighs, but I'll tell you what.
Slim and trim, baby.
I mean, what a man, what a
mighty good man. I agree with that one. Chaos, Torque Bow, Raver, drop shot. This time things will slow down, and I honestly think that's a benefit for Pittsburgh Knights.
I mean, they need to have something go their way. They've had a couple of rounds now where they thought they had a little bit of an advantageous position, end up dropping it off. Dezenite's going to get tagged up there from the flagpole. He's going to get tagged up in that little side shot angle. Chavi, he's going to pick up the shot grenade, bottom of the map. Torque Bow for Chaos. He's just kind of roaming around the top side, roaming around that ledge, looking for somebody to play out here because it is round number 4. And Taylor, I know you know better than anybody where that overtime hill spawns. You've got it on lock.
Yeah, well, overtime hill, when it does pop up into play, man, it's going to be an intense one for sure. Yep, definitely so.
Yeah, so you want to tell the people where it is? You want to let them in?
Oh, man. Yeah, when it pops up, dude, it's just going to be a mad dash over, and you already know we're going for the stalemate.
You see the circle in your head. Where is it?
We're going to hotel.
Okay. My man is called inside.
Back alley, actually. Excuse me, my bad. No, because it was, yeah.
Sometimes that's tricky, okay?
Yeah.
Hotel and back alley are spelled a lot alike.
Absolutely. Okay, well, they have some letters that do coincide
vowels
with each other. They have vowels and consonants, A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes W. All right, drop shot for Raver. He's on the top position. And Adver as well. He's also going to have a drop shot to his name. Soler can't get out. Adver's also down. He was the guy who committed for the fresh drop on the opposite side. The only benefit is Chaos finds Dezo jumping through cover, but can anybody get a touch? No, they can't. And back alley hill will be caught. Pittsburgh Knights will tie it up 2-2.
What a call out by Taylor Reflections Noble, man. Once that thing spawns up, there's going to be a mad dash for it. They're going to try to get into that hill, apply the pressure to their opponent, especially when he said that it would be in the back alley. Just what a call out. Man is amazingly smart beyond belief, wise beyond his years. Now we will go inside of the hotel as it is the reset of the rounds and the hill. If you keep counting your head, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you just keep going. We are on round number 5, so we start with the back alley. We go to the hotel. We go after the flag stop. That's how you remember that, baby.
And then we'll be back over
to the back alley. Yeah, oh my God, we are doing it.
Big downs from Fiercely.
No kill.
Big kill from Fiercely. Soler got to get out of there. Honestly, no reason to continue to challenge. A drop shot comes out of nowhere. Soler gets another down. It's a 2v2. He's getting flanked. Dezo, though, gets enough shots on to allow Raver to get him, but Adverse drop shot out. 1v1. He's so weak. Dezo knows this. He pushes, and Dezo will get the final kill. And now he's going to return the Batista bomb from a little bit earlier on TG.
Batista, man, 6'7", 325 pounds. He was a bad mamma jamma. Ended up fighting The Undertaker to WrestleMania and ended up losing that fight to lose his first world title reign over to The Undertaker. It was a beautiful fight, by the way. It was in Detroit, Michigan, WrestleMania. Beautiful matchup between The Undertaker and Batista. This is kind of like that. I mean,
really,
Pittsburgh Knights have kind of been the Undertakers of their region. They've kind of stayed at the top of their game for a long time. Casa de Papel, this is their second split together. They are kind of like a Batista. They've gotten hot at the right time. They're trying to vie for a world title, and they are trying their damnedest to put the big man down. But Adverse falls, and now it's going to be up to Identities to try to find a kill of his own, but he won't be able to. Going to be 3v3 now. Dezo might get flanked out. Beautiful snub by Javi. Javi again with the snub, putting out a ton of damage. Caught between a rock and a hard place. Raver and Dezo. What in good God's name are you going to do?
Nice shots, Fiercely.
Go down and get taken out. Fiercely does not have a weapon to play with. My man has got all the default.
Oh, he can. If he sprints fast enough.
He's not going to.
You don't think he'll get the torque?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, drop shot, little short, but not the Lancer fire from Soler. 3-3, second half of map 5.
All right. Soler staying alive, doing his thing, and back alley, the opposite side. That's where we're going to be going if Overtime Hill does come into play. Identiv still without a kill, but almost the most damage done, at least on his roster. The only one surpassing him is, in fact, Raver. But definitely Identiv needs to start getting those kills that make him all so powerful. I'm going to hear a shock out. Identiv actually might make a bit of a move, and if he does so, maybe he gets onto the left-hand side of player 3, but not going to be so lucky, at least at the moment. Dezo will rotate over with the torque bow. A lot of emphasis from Casa de Papel this round over in parking lot with Adverse having the drop shot.
Identivs will hop the cover into the top of the Estamon Hotel, have the overlook position to be able to go left or right, but that's a big kill by Dezenide with the torque bow. Now, pushing forward, Chavi's roll out, and Dezo with a hip-fire headshot, making a montage play. I mean, he made the pictures remove themselves about 7 times. That play was so electrifying. He tried to mess with the overlay. My man, but the voice of God, he said, hey, don't be messing with my overlay now, Dezo.
Hey, man. Chaos. What can he do? Avoids the stun. Takes some damage. I mean, what? Still alive. Drop shots missed. Dezo's down.
Dezo Supermaning with the drop shot with torque bow.
Oh, man. Solaire down, and now it's up to Chaos, who does find himself a 1v1, but he can't win it. And Pittsburgh Knights, they're feeling themselves, and they are now 2 rounds away from winning map 5 and moving forward to winners finals to play against Fury 1.
Long way from being over. Let's go to the replay. Dezenide with the active torque reload. Javi with a misroll. Goodbye to Max Scottish Brains. Well, he's not Scottish because, you know, he's from Sarah. They don't really have Scotland, but his accent is Scottish.
Fair enough. But if you're not from Scotland, can you have a Scottish accent?
I'm going to say that Mac does, but it's like cartoonishly overdone.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about this actually yesterday, I believe it was, because BFL and Bleach for Brains just don't like it.
Yeah, my man Biff will tell me all the time. He said, look, Colin, that thing is ridiculous.
Absolutely. Well, hey, first blood coming out from the way of Pittsburgh Knights as they are now up 4-3. Forcing Casa de Papel to bunker in Hotel, or at least around Hotel, maybe from the back end of things. Adentives just be holding on to the drop shot side of things. It's up to Casa de Papel to push into them clearly.
Raver does have the drop shot, though, on his back right now, looking for somebody to try to get a pick on. Nobody marked out just yet. You're going to see that those shot grenades are picked up, and they have an idea that at least one player is inside of that mechanic shop. This is going to be Chaos at the Covey corner. Torque bow in hand. As soon as he fires this bolt, if he tries to get the splash damage to go on you as Raver, you've got to skedaddle. They're going to see the switch, though. Does Chaos let his position be cleared out? Trying to get a shot maybe onto the top of Beersley here. That's what I said. As soon as he lets it go, you roll away.
Send another one out. Rolls away.
Yep.
Is it even worth shooting?
No. You're too far away.
Too far away.
Taylor, where's the zone at?
In Hotel.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3.
Way to work with that. Yep. Round at what number?
We're around 8.
Okay. Pittsburgh Knights, spell Pittsburgh.
PK. PK, okay? And I got graphics too to help me out, or else I'll be lost. I'm gonna be
I was going to keep giving you questions. I'm not even lying.
Javi, great shots on the Fiercely, and all of a sudden we flip the script. It looks as if Casa de Papel might be able to tie this thing up. Last one remains Identives, and Colin doesn't look like he's getting very far despite the movement. He just had a triangle around him, and, well, they funneled him in. And this is far from being over with. You said that in round 7. I'm starting to believe you in round 8.
Got 3 rounds to go. First to 6 here. First team to win 2, best of 3, however you want to look at it. I just love the fact that Casa de Papel is not giving up. I mean, they keep fighting back. They're not giving Pittsburgh Knights any easy looks, any easy fights. They are continuing to try to throw wrinkles at them, continuing to try to keep them off balance. Identives looking in through the middle Hotel. He's going to see that he's challenged by 2, middle of the map. That's going to be Dezenide looking over that middle cover. Getting the angle on at least one of those players, putting them to 50% up top. Identives now challenging it to Chaos. Beautiful job there for the down. Now trying to get a secondary one. But I believe they might have put themselves in a less advantageous position. They're going to continue to get tagged up. Chaos is on his last down and out now. They got to be able to play a little protect the president. Chavi! Another misroll finds him down and dead. Deza with a missed reload. They will have to try to keep himself alive, but Identives over the top of the cover finds him. Adverse is down. Chaos is down 5-4. Pittsburgh Knights 1 round away from winners finals and a chance for revenge, a chance for a rematch against the only team to have beat them in pools. Fury 1 with Big Toady at the helm.
I know they want it. Identives, nearly the most damage. Once again, just behind that of Raver. Chavi, shout out to him despite being down 4-5. I mean, he's 12-5. He's put up one heck of a fight and really making some magic happen. But at this point, Casa de Papel fighting for their life, at least in the winner's bracket side of things. And it's going to break out like it typically does. Torque ball one end, drop shot on the other. And Casa de Papel, they're going to rotate down. And Raver, he's looking to sideswipe someone if they decide to take a peek down low.
Raver's actually playing a little bodyguard here for Dezenide. Dezenide, with that torque bow, is going to be playing up to this side of the map, trying to find a kill. They're going to get the call out that Dezo is there with the torque bow. Use the drop. Go ahead. He has no idea it's coming. None whatsoever. What the hell?
Is this it?
How
It
did
looks
that-
like it could be it.
How did that shock get there?
Oh, Chaos left the game. Chavi, he knows it's over with. He stands still. And 6-4 as well. Map 5 will end, and Pittsburgh Knights will stay alive a little bit longer in the winner's side of things, and they now have a shot at Grand Finals. They only just have to get through Fury 1.
They got to get through Fury 1, and now Casa de Papel will drop to the bottom side of the bracket. And you know who waits them? The Pioneers await Casa de Papel. The former final boss of Gears Esports is sitting in the bottom bracket. But let's focus in. The Pittsburgh Knights, they have to come back from behind. They got to win 3 straight maps, and they do it. They play from their best position possible, which is behind. They do it perfectly. They get those kills. They get to a map 5. They even go into a round, I believe it was 9, just to take it in round 10, 6-4. So, my God, it was a best of 3. They took 2 back-to-back. That's what you want.
Absolutely. It clearly shows the composure was there. Playing from behind or not, they still had what it took to get to the very end. Casa de Papel had many chances to lock it in, but unfortunately, they just couldn't grasp on tight enough. Still, a miraculous run. And if you're a Casa de Papel fan, they're still in the tournament. They just have to go through the loser side of things. And KCP is not going to be an easy opponent by any stretch of the imagination. But I can't wait for that rematch, which I do believe is going to be tomorrow. But what a great series this was. And do we stand by it once again? Is it fiercely as the MVP?
Without a doubt. I mean, I couldn't think of anybody else. Dezenite had a decent amount of kills in that final map. Granted, Dezenite got the headshot torque bow. He was putting on a little highlight reel play action. Man, Raver had some kills. Identives was playing a support role, did everything he could to help his teammates in every possible engagement. But they don't make it here without Fiercely.
Sure.
They don't get to map 5 if Fiercely doesn't go huge on training grounds, if Fiercely doesn't go big on district. They ain't even at Afir. They ain't even get to see the Esteban Hotel to try to check in for the map 5. So Fiercely, to me, this entire matchup was your MVP, but Dezenite had to pop off there. Take a look at what we see here for the rest of these matchups around the way. We heard that the Kansas City Pioneers, we know they're waiting in the bottom bracket.
Yep.
Meanwhile, still playing right now. It's Rebel. It's E-United. We're going to try to get into that lobby, try to show you some of that action. So kudos to the Pittsburgh Knights. They'll be playing against Fury 1. Meanwhile, Casa de Papel, they drop to the bottom to play the Kansas City Pioneers. Map 5, Clock Tower, E-United versus Rebel. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better match.
Perfect.
Powers for the long shot.
Right.
Exploits with the long shot. This is everything you want from Gears Esports right here, getting ready to load up in front of your face.
Yeah, this is going to be exciting. And E-United, man, you threw the hat several times. Maybe you got to throw it once more, but map 5. Well, hey, maybe you should, because at this point, you got to give it all for EU, brother, because Rebel's here.
Sharpie.
By all means, brother. By all means. You take it away, because that hat needs to be made, because I know there's a lot of fans out there that definitely appreciate this without question. But you mentioned it. Exploits versus Powers. We're loading into the map. You better hurry, because the fly-through's about to be here. The hat's been made. The hat's been made, and it's been thrown, which means E-United just got a little bit more powerful. But Rebel, hey.
Get this money, baby.
But Rebel is still a talented team, brother. And now in Game 5, can they hold on?
Or nope.
It exploded. It's gone.
I threw that thing with the force of 5 guys. I said, come on, boys. Come on, boys. Here we go. Rebel. They've had an impressive split. I mean, after the trade from Monkeys, they got a level of consistency out of Monkeys that I haven't seen that team have before. Cardia, he has played out of his absolute mind. He has been incredible all split long. Of course, you can never forget Exploits, maybe the most dangerous sniper on the planet. Soft, they're trying to check out that legal pad, see if it's still living.
It's there. Barely, but it's there.
Oh, no. He's taking my E-United hat.
Well, it still was thrown, and that was the most important part. E-United. Oh, E-United getting the first elimination. Mono also down as well. You said another kill. It doesn't, but, that's going to be another down and out on Crack.
It's a ton of damage right now. Dyslexic trying to call out the motion by Monkeys. This is going to be Crack looking across the middle of the map. Cardia is down. Big shot on a Dyslexic. Keeps him full red. Keeps him checked up. Demise might be able to get out with the fragmentation grenades. It's going to be Dyslexic trying to run away. He does get into a little bit of a safe spot here. Demise trying to challenge up against Monkeys. Doesn't get that first shot to go. Doesn't get the back A to happen either. But Exploits, he gets the headshot on a TJ, trying to level it out. Now Exploits down. Exploits dead. E United, 1 round into map 5, find themselves in the driver's seat.
And they did that with Teamfire. I mean, that was excellent off the rip, off the start. Rebel, they wanted to make a move, but they were quickly pressured back because of all that damage being outputted by the beautiful Lancers on the side of E United. Powers picks up 2 off the rip, and we got to focus on him, right? Because if anybody's going to go for the quick pick, it's going to be that man.
See what happens with Exploits playing in the front line of offense here. You know he loves to throw those smokes, trying to get a little loose into the backside of that long shot. It's thrown out. Smoke in the area. Flashes come through. He's picked up the long shot now, but the stuns are absolutely perfect for Rebel. Exploits, perfect sniper player. Back pillar, looking for a rotation by somebody from E United. It's going to be Dyslexic going in for the fragmentation grenades. Little missed shot right there. Dyslexic holding on to his position, doesn't throw out that first one. He's going to continue to bounce around, try to get away here. Sliding across that back ledge. He will go to the bottom of the stairs, and Exploits is just looking for an opening, and he finds it there on to Demise. That's going to be a beautiful headshot there, and it'll be 4v3 on the map effectively.
Now Rebel starts to settle things down, just see what a United's going to be up to. Back pillar player still can't move. Exploits effectively has him pinned. That's TJ on the opposite side, and for the nades, still in Dyslexic's hands. E United, how do they find their opening?
They've got to be able to find a fragmentation grenade to land to kind of scramble them out, and I think what E United has to do is hold on to those frags as well. They've either got to make Rebel get impatient and make an early move, and they got to take advantage of that, or they've got to basically wait for the overtime hill, because what they're going to do is try to use those fragmentation grenades to get a kill as Rebel moves into the overtime hill. But this is where Rebel's going to get a little ostentatious. They're going to try to pressure against Exploits and Dyslexic. First grenade comes out, second one finds Cardia. 2v3 on the map, missed shot by Exploits. He's full red, he's still trying to run. He is still tagged up in every way, shape, form, and fashion. He's down to 27% health, and now Exploits needs one more shot on him. Powers last alive, can't get it done. He's going to go down, tied up 1-1. Beautiful synchronized bounce in at the last wall by Rebel.
Well done, Rebel. They tied up 1-1, and a chance to make this series, or this map, I should say, competitive. The series has already been competitive as it is. Exploits with 3. He got the first blood in round 2, and that ultimately catapulted them into winning their first. We hop into round number 3. We've already seen Powers take a stab at the snipe. We've seen Exploits get it successfully the first time we've seen the snipe into action so far. Player 8 cheating his way down low, but player 3 was there too to kind of keep him in check. So everybody goes up top, and well, Powers on the back pillar, stun in hand. TJ makes an attempt, and it looks as if Rebel has effectively pushed them back, but have they? Powers finds his hands onto the snipe, down and out, second now. Can he still get away? No, he cannot. Rebel finds 2 in the meantime, and there's the third, there's the fourth, and a very blistering fast round as Rebel leads 2-1.
Rebel with an incredible pressure round, getting a ton of damage out, not allowing the revives to come through for E United. They were able to get those kills. They were able to get their job done. We see now with a 2-1 advantage what Rebel might do. Rebel might try to take their advantage and just continue to keep at least a 1-round advantage over E United. That's what they want to do. They want to keep up 1 round now. They don't want to give over a round, allow them to tie it up, allow them to get back into this. No room to breathe. Is Rebel going to give up over to E United? Let's see what they do here. Mono coming to the front side of the stairwell, front side of secondary, throws out the flash. They're going to try to get stuns into that back pillar. Lancer fire is out. Nobody gets the pick on the long shot just yet. Demise will pick the grenades. Challenge is back. Get some shots on the Crack. This is an incredible little play here because it's just back and forth. It's a chess match. Crack is not going to give up any positioning over to Demise. Demise doesn't get hit right there. They won't be able to challenge Dis just yet. Dis is now going to get Lancered up 55% or so. If he's going to play out for that torque bow, let him bring the frag grenades up. Play for the fight up top. There's the nade.
Big down, nade doesn't connect, but still it's enough for E United to gain an opening, Colin, and that's going to be one last left, and it's Crack who's on the opposite side. He does find the torque bow, which good news for him anyways, but a 1v4 tough spot. Takes so much damage, he falls. That first down was everything.
Got to take your advantage. Look, if Crack's going to put himself in that position, separate himself out from teammates that much, you got to take your numbers in the 4v3 up top. Just just forget about him. He's too far away on the map. He can't hurt you. Even if he just flies at your backside, he's not quick enough to flank you. You can get it down. You can get a kill, especially because if you get that down, you just drop a frag at it. Make sure that it goes away. Make sure that he goes away so that they have to try to scramble into that next fight. Coming in around number 5 here, tied up 2-2. United going to the top side along with Rebel. Crack this time, trying to challenge out toward Demise. Demise gets a couple of shots at him, but will not get challenged. First flash grenade off the reservoir. Won't be able to find anybody. This is going to be Dyslexic holding on to his own. Flash comes out. TJ, he's going to go for the pick there onto the sniper. He's going to get down by Crack. They're going to get the revive up, and they're going to get the revive out as well. This time, TJ with the long shot trained in on him. My man said, you know you got this. You got this.
I mean, honestly, anybody else other than Powers would be a travesty rocking the sniper. Much respect to TJ, though, but Powers, he's just a different animal. Lines one up, unfortunately misses. Rebel feeling more and more confident every shot he misses, and does that mean they're going to have the advantage? Well, United get a couple of downs, so do Rebel. Now it's up to Cardi at last alive, but not for long. Even though the snipes were missed, it still was the teamwork from United that gave them the win in the end. They lead 3-2.
Puts them in a worse position. They got to push once that long shot gets picked up. They've got to play aggressive. They got to try to get in his face, not allow him to get those shots on where he's very comfortable. You saw the miss on the roadie strafe. You saw the secondary miss on that little bob and weave, and then the Lancer fire in from the secondary in the host spot. Even the prison got the downs, got the damage that was needed, and were able to convert those kills quite succinctly. 3-2. United, can they get back-to-back rounds? Can they take a lead in this map, or will we just go back and forth into oblivion?
Well, Demise getting the nades. Can he get away? Crack trying to output as much damage as possible, and he actually still hugs the corner. He knew Crack was going to make that push. Now Crack has to fully back away, and make no mistake, he's taking damage every single step he takes. But knowing that there's 2 on the low side, Rebel had a 3 up top, but they still don't commit for the push, and even Crack is still trying to go on the flank.
He's trying to challenge a little bit here. You might be able to bounce a fragmentation off of that truck and trap him. Flashes are coming out. Exploits and maybe going for that long shot pick. He does get it off. He's going to get the down by TJ. No cleanup coming through. Crack on the flank, still trying to challenge. He's red again, but not full red. Only down to about 50%. 3 players from United are pressuring him in the bottom side. They're going to get that 1 kill. Mono, he's out in the open. Body shot in from Exploits. Doesn't find anybody. Demise is still not used either of those fragmentation grenades. No, has he? Where did they go?
Yeah,
where did he throw them?
I guess they were thrown out. They didn't amount to much, unfortunately.
Brother.
Hey, 4v3. No nades. Exploits taking damage from the flank. Player 4.
Powers snuck into the spawn point. Oh my God, that is just a beautiful play by Powers. He's on the backside. Now they've got him kind of trapped in. 1 player at the fragmentation. 2 players to the right, 1 player to the left. There's going to be Powers on the right-hand side. They're going to try to they're going to try to plow their way into Powers, and Powers is going to play all the way back like it's Horde.
Yeah, Powers has a real power position, at least kiting him over, wasting valuable time. The overtime hill in just 10 seconds going to be popping up. Powers still stays alive. Now you just have 8 seconds for your Rebel to get over to the hill. And TJ has a torque bow revving up, ready to fire, ready to shoot. Dyslexic is already going for the full cap. Rebel has no choice but to full send it in. And the cap will come through. Powers on the flank. Such a beautiful play. I'm taken aback.
I'm telling you, I think the even bigger position right there, Powers does everything to get them into the winning position. He gets them to the goal line. But the thing that gets the touchdown, the thing that gets them over the goal line, TJ threw 2 different torques at Exploits. He knew he was going to get pressed by Cardia. He had to take his chance. He put his life in somebody else's hands to take 2 shots with the torque at Cardia to not allow that torque bow to try to get a headshot on either player trying to cap the hill. Flash is going to come out. Exploits is going to be tagged up pretty heavily. They go into the cubby. They haven't got the down just yet. There it is. Snubfire is going to come out possibly. There's the flash. They're moving over to the secondary position. They're trying to get the 90-degree angle to get another down. Aren't going to be able to convert it yet. That's going to be Mono moving back up. Mono with a big wrap shot on the Powers gets the kill. 3v4 we go. Can anybody get the kills for United? Nobody successfully found one yet.
There's going to be 2 though. There's going to be, I believe, 3. 1 was picked up, so now might be maybe a 2v2, and it will officially be that. Crack will fall. Demise now focuses attention onto a player just up ahead. It's going to be big Mono. Mono falls, and United will be on map point and and series point with the chance to stay alive in the Summer Major.
You see that roadie strafe there by Demise. My man knew once they got that down, once he hit that spread to get that down, baby, he said back it up, reset their health, split them out a little bit more, make sure that this 2v1 is guaranteed, not possibility. That is going to be a big-time play to go up a few rounds. Now only needing one more, 5-2. Will they send Rebel home?
That's the question. This time Rebel might be committing 2 players for the flank. And it's going to be Powers pushing up in the meantime. And, well, is he going to be able to get the snipe? Yes, he will, just in a nick of time. Crack, though, is going to pick up one down low. Nade's going to be thrown. It's not going to amount to much at the moment. So the most key factor is Powers does get away with the sniper, which he can be a nuisance.
So finally, Dyslexic gets challenged up at the fragmentation grenades, gets taken down. Powers does get the snipe. Here's the roll by Monkeys. Won't be able to get the shot onto him. Looking across the map now. Powers looking to be as threatening and as dangerous as ever. Exploit still holding down the back pillar. Cardia and Monkeys to his right. Monkeys doing a little dance. TJ picks up the new flashbang, and it looks like Monkey's going to rotate down and do the same. He's going to go for his own flash pickup.
Yeah. I mean, they know at this point, E United, they've got Powers with the snipe, but even though Rebel has the man advantage, they don't really have a lot to work with per se. Now, Crack does have the nade, and that is definitely going to be useful for the overtime hill, which I do believe we're going to stay at the stalemate until that hill pops into play.
Can't give up any positioning. TJ might go down. Will he get challenged out at the car? 63%. Here comes the frag. Powers is going to have to roll down. They pressure across up top. All 4 players up top. Nobody. Now there's going to be TJ coming back as well with a flash in his pocket. 21 seconds to the overtime hill. They're going to need to have a great positional damaging shot. Maybe a headshot to start this off. They put 3 people on the line to try to stop Powers from being able to get a headshot on Exploits, who's going to be able to toe touch into that hill. Powers bounces around. He's going to have to get a headshot.
He's going to have
guaranteed headshot position for him.
Hill's in play. Here comes the push. Body might be enough, and one player's going to fall. So does Powers. Another from E United down. Only one more remains, but not for long. TJ's gone. Rebel stays alive a little bit longer, bringing it 3-5 at first blood. That's what gave them all the momentum in the world, at least the advantage. And even though it was stalemated for a while, Rebel knew with the numbers they had, they were going to be able to win that last fight. They did exactly that.
The headshot would have been everything right there. Demise got a kill of his own. He gets the headshot. Now it's a 3v2. Instead, it's a 2v3 in favor of Rebel. Coming into round at number 9 here. Coming to the bottom side of the map. Demise, excuse me, not getting challenged. Rebel's going to go for their own pickup. There's the smoke out. One player's going to play back. Exploits is going to be full red. He's not going to go down just yet. Cardi is going to continue to get shot on. Powers is playing through the middle. He gets one down. They're not going to be able to convert it. I think Powers knows there's somebody at back pillar. 4v2 on the map right now. Powers is still alive. He gets another down. 4v1. The only player left alive is Exploits, the sniper extraordinaire. But he goes down. Rebel sent home on Saturday. No Sunday yet again. Pro League record aside, it's E United flexing on them one more time. They move forward.
Well done, E United. They stay alive. The hat trick ended up working out in the end, and a beautiful sight to see Demise actually MVP. Went 11-3. We focus so much on Powers and co, but Demise definitely putting into work, and a big reason as to why E United ended up winning. Rebel, it was a great run. Yeah, plenty of wonderful series, but unfortunately, this is where their time will come to an end. But I gotta say, a heroic run it was in a summer major. Great effort throughout split for Pro League as well. 3rd place, not bad whatsoever. And I got to say, it's been an absolute pleasure watching all of them compete. Monkeys joining the roster early on in split 4. An impact was definitely made. Exploits, one of the players from F&I, Noble of old, now onto the Rebel roster. He's been fantastic, up the ante with the power weapons. Point that I'm getting at. It's sad to see Rebel go. Nice to see E United move forward, but Rebel has absolutely been phenomenal.
Yeah, that's a really, really incredible performance by E United, the way they were able to get kills succinctly throughout those rounds. I love the fact that they were able to play off of one another, play off of the different positionings that they found themselves in. That was a big kill. When they got Powers down and they couldn't get the secondary revive off, They could have lived and died by that strategy for the rest of the map, and I really would not have been angry at that. But it was this play here. Power staying alive inside of the spawn for forever, it felt like, to keep two players knotted up. Here comes the double shot. Here comes the second shot from that torque bow, as a matter of fact, to keep Exploits out of position. This is what I love. So he picks up that kill. Watch Demise on the roadie strafe after he gets the secondary down. So Demise, pop shot. Nope. Let me reset my health. Let me reset the fight.
Yep.
That wins it right there. That is the defining moment of that round that gives them the extra advantage. And Taylor, look, I'm telling you, as good as Exploits has been all Pro League, he left his team in a bad position in that final fight. He was down by himself at the bottom of the map, being in a 4v1. It doesn't come through for him into fruition. And Taylor, sure. I don't know if you want to be involved in this moment, but you might want to back up just a little bit more, just out of frame. Here we go. Look, E-United. E-United. Oh, Jay, you can come on back now, baby. You come on back. You know those boys go get that money. Come on, Power. Hey, come on, Demise. Come on, Dyslexic.
You shouldn't be surprised. He's the biggest United fan out there. And you know what? I'm going to try and balance the Power out. Again, Rebel, it's been such a great ride watching you all compete throughout all of Pro League. I mean, you've been here in Gears 5 for the longest time. And Inc., I love you out there, really do. And Rebel, I really do hate to see you guys go, but teams have to be eliminated. That's just the way that it goes. No, Rebel, I love you guys. I really do. Seriously, you guys are wonderful and a wonderful organization. Let's bring in the rest of the boys. I actually don't know who we got. So we got Ryan, we got Ashes, and we got Fallout. What's up, boys? How you doing?
Doing fantastic. Boys, you just had a marathon of a cast. Kudos to you. You brought the energy every step of the way. Colin, congrats on the United dub. Even though casters aren't supposed to throw bias, you throw that out the window, which is fantastic.
Hey, you gotta love who you love, baby. Ask the two people right above me. Ryan knows what it's like to have me as a fan. Ashes knows what it's like to have me as a fan. It's an energy you can't deny, baby. It comes at you from all angles.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Taylor's on a roll with the Fury 1 predictions. Across the board, A-team right there. Great cast, guys. Thanks so much.
Good job, guys.
All right. Well, hey, Fallout here joined alongside Ryan, Fools, and Ash. It seems like forever since we were on this analyst desk because that was one hell of a series. Map 5, so much to talk about right now as we'll take a look at the replays here for Casa de Papel and the Pittsburgh Knights here in just a moment. PK completes the reverse sweep. It was bonkers and came down to the wire, Ashes.
Yeah, it absolutely did. You know, we were questioning some of the, the skills of this team coming into it. You know, we weren't sure if Casa was really going to be able to show up against a team like PK, but, you know, they really held their own. I mean, Adverse and Chaos were playing their game, and they were making PK sweat up until the final map. I mean, you can see here, Raver's looking a little bit comfortable, so maybe that's not a great time for me to say that it was making him sweat, but overall, I mean, Casa actually put up quite a performance, and I was actually very impressed. It made me double check the stats that this team had during the Pro League, because I was like, there's no way this was the 8th place team, right? Like, they're playing too well for that to be true. But, you know, come major time, people like to write and change their own stories, and this was Casa trying to change theirs, be the new kings of LATAM, maybe go up against Fury 1 in the winners finals and define that. But I mean, look, Adverse right here, like, that's movement that you normally don't see Adverse doing. The snipes from I just can't comprehend all of these good plays that I was not expecting out of a team like Casa.
That certainly has to go off to them. Kudos to them. You kind of almost wish they would have finished it, because Casa hit Papel versus Fury 1 in the winners bracket finals. Are you kidding me? Would have been insane. Instead, Pittsburgh Knights clutch up. And I got to ask you, Ryan, you were watching. What was the difference for PK in closing this one out?
Yeah, they just never gave up, right? Obviously, a team like this has been there time and time again. They kept their composure. This is not a team that is new to these moments, right? You look at a couple of the players on this Casa de Papel team. I'm looking more at Chavi and Solar. They have not been in these situations quite as often as guys like Dezenide and Identives, right? So this team was able to keep their composure. They did not get up, and they completed a very, very difficult reverse sweep. So to me, that sort of is just veteran leadership, that kind of professionalism, that ability to keep composure and never give up was the biggest difference maker maker for me when it came to this Pittsburgh Knights team. We said it last time we were on the desk together, right? This is one of those teams that you always know has the ability to improve over time at the event, to maybe start out slow. By the time champ bracket rolls around, the deeper they get in that bracket, these guys always find themselves there, right? No matter what they look like in Pro League, no matter what they look like in pool play, the Pittsburgh Knights always find their way into that top 3, and they have seemingly done it once again.
Of course, the big question is now, can they finish? And they have themselves a tall order tomorrow to play against the Fury 1 team, who is so hot, hands down the hottest hand in Gears Esports right now. 5-match win streak from Pro League coming right into this tournament where they have been so darn good. And there's been a lot of blasphemy. There's been a lot of discussion. Which team in Latin America or Mexico is the best? Is it Fury 1 or is it the Pittsburgh Knights? Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We get to find out tomorrow morning. That'll be a great one. Buckle up. Get ready for what's going to be a hell of a winner's bracket final. And, of course, this is the journey and the path for how they got there. 3-2 over Rise, 3-2 Knights over Casa de Papel. So many 3-2s on board here. It was just insane. Let's take a flip over to our losers bracket, though. And if you're just tuning in and catching up, you've missed quite the final major. And look at this. Another 3-2 there between E United and Rebel. And we now have ourselves an E United versus Rise. Losers round 3 quarterfinal matchup. Insane to think that either United or Rise will not be placing top 4. It's just crazy, Ashes.
Yeah, I mean, that's the grand finals that we were expecting to see. But, you know, we were proven wrong. Fury 1 showing up today. I mean, even teams like Casa showing up today. And, you know, for teams like Casa, they're not out of it, right? We just saw them in the losers bracket. They're playing against a beaten and bruised KCP. They're not the defending champion team that we know about, that we've seen and watched and loved. They're a team that Casa, you know, if they play how they played in the first 2 maps against PK, they easily could. They could do it, right? Like they absolutely could pull that. The biggest thing we need to see, though, is I noticed on the second to last map, I think it was the district, there was a lot of questionable decision making, at least in my opinion, from Chaos. So I'd like to see Chaos, you know, get that confidence back, come back to the drawing board with the team, and be ready for tomorrow when they have to play that match.
Chaos, leader, most experienced player in this team, always finds a way into relevancy in Gears Esports. Rejoined PK, got second place with them, best placement they've had in quite some time. However, it is, of course, been a little while since the Pittsburgh Knights won their match. However, we already know we got to hear directly from Desanide himself, who must be feeling on top of the world right now, so confident in his team and their ability not only to be a difficult team in United, but then also to complete the reverse sweep, to dig deep against a challenging Casa de Papel roster. Let's go ahead and flip it on over to Jordan Curl live with Desanide.
Thanks, John. What's up, Dezo? So really excited to have you here with us, but I've got to say it. First game we saw earlier today, E United coming back for you guys, coming here against Casa de Papel, another comeback. And now you locking your spot for winners finals. How are you feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling really good, to be honest. We're feeling good. We just reverse sweep Casa de Papel. We didn't expect 2-0 to start 2-0 versus them. But they show up, and the team still focus in the match, and we could reverse sweep them.
Yeah, so overall though, how do you feel just in general about that matchup against Casa de Papel? I feel like there's maybe a good chance that you might see them again, depending on how they do in losers. But what do you think when you guys face off against them regularly?
I mean, Casa de Papel is a really good team. I appreciate Chaos there, Adverse. I played with them before. I know they are a really good team. I know they can come back and play for the finals if they can. But yeah, for real, they are a really good team. Every team on this event is showing up, and it's good for years. It's good for the last year's event, and just have fun. And if you can win.
Right. You guys are having fun. I know I'm having fun, and I'm sure the chat, we're all enjoying this so much. And I've got to say, too, I noticed as soon as the match was over, you tweeted out, "Yo lo quiero más." You want it more. So you never gave up. I feel like you saw that. But how badly do you want to win this event?
I don't want to say we will win. I just
Mhm.
I want to show off first. We need to
Okay.
win map by map, and let just the vibe and the win say say it for us. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to say we will win, but we
Mhm.
will do our best to win. That's for sure.
Okay, so with that in mind, what specifically, when you look at the match, that you think that you all need to improve on working together?
I mean, we just need to end when we have a really good map. We need to end it. We play
Mhm.
really good the first map, and then we just choke.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just need to start focus to still focus in the game. We just need to start winning fights. We need to believe each other. Like we already did it. We just need to vibe and win.
Yeah, trust one another. So, looking ahead to tomorrow's match against Fury One, you played them in pools. Looking for some redemption now. What do you think when you're looking ahead to that match?
I mean, I'm really proud for
Mhm.
Fury One. They are a really good team. I respect them because they are
Yeah,
grinding so much the game. I know they are a really good team. And yeah, we just need to play our game, to play
sure.
confidence, because they will just they are fucking guns. They will show up. They will shoot back, and we just need to stay focused and play our game.
Right. So, Dezo, no easy matches the rest of the way. It definitely hasn't been easy, anyways. But thank you so much. Congratulations again on the win. Enjoy your evening. And we will see you tomorrow. But Gears fam, don't go anywhere. We do have one last match in losers to check out. We'll send it to a
Muchas gracias,
commercial break.
bros. Los quiero.
We'll send it to a commercial break and be right back.